Bum 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 bum. There's a great big beautiful tomorrow
shining at the end of every day. There's a great big beautiful tomorrow, and tomorrow's just a dream away. Man has a dream, and that's the start. He follows his dream with mind and heart. When it becomes a reality, it's a dream come true for you and me. So there's a great, big, beautiful tomorrow, shining at the end of every day. There's a great, big, beautiful tomorrow,
just a dream away. Yo, fears. Audience. Fears. Welcome to the Fears Podcast. Back at it again with another live stream, guys. Hope you're doing well. I hope you're doing great. I hope you're doing fantastic. Hope you're doing marvelous. I hope you're doing epic. Because it's time to have some fun. It's time to relax. It's time to talk about some movies. Time to talk about some holidays. Rock and roll. A little healthy snack. Cranberries. Quite appropriate for Thanksgiving. Ooh, that's good. Anyway, I had a pretty good day today. I didn't go to the gym today, but I'm going to hit it hard tomorrow, and I think on Sunday, too, after church. So, coffee first, right over here. Now we're talking. Well, today, for the most part, was a pretty good day, my friends. Got home from work. Wasn't too busy at work. I forgot how many we had. I think it was 42,000, 43, something like that. I honestly can't remember. It was around there. Got home. I skipped breakfast. I just had some orange juice. And then for lunch, I made myself a little sandwich. And then I did some editing. And I went in and checked out the Discord. And goddamn, there's a lot going on in the Discord. I'll get into that a little bit later. Whew, holy shit, was there a lot. But besides that Discord lies and deceptions and bullshit, it was a pretty good day. Because there's a lot of rumors floating around about me. There's a lot of bullshit, Larry, that needs to be discussed. And then I'm just going to move forward after that. Because it's time I take another break from the Discord. Because I can only handle so much, you know. So there's that. I talked to my mom today. She's doing good. I went and checked the fan mail today. No fan mail yet. But I'm sure some more is coming on the way, my friends. I didn't go to the library and rent some more movies. I thought, this weekend I'll keep working off the pile here. So, yeah. Big shout out to my friend Dave. Dave, I love that Dave got me this. Dave, you are the man, dude. I really appreciate it. Let's see. I talked to Zach today, and I talked to Dave. I told Dave about all the madness going on in the Discord, and he said, Fears, I'm on top of it. I'm trying to work it out. And I said, dude, I never try to start anything. Like, I don't even know who she is. Some Jen girl she says that I blocked her 4 years ago. If I did, I don't remember doing it. I'm sure I did. But she's like, oh, you blocked me because I'm a woman. I highly doubt that. I probably blocked her because she's a troll, you know? And I don't put up with trolls, you know? Either you're nice and you act friendly in the chat, we all get along, or bye-bye, you're gone, you're gone, you're gone, you're gone, you're gone. So, I don't know why I blocked her, but it certainly was not, I wouldn't block her because she's a woman. If I did that, then Kate would be gone and Liz would be gone. And they're still in my chat. So, yeah, you're lying. So, yeah. So there's all that. But for the most part, things was pretty good today. Pretty good. All right. Well, before I open up the chat, I will call Lantern, see how he's doing. And then I guess I'll discuss all the crap that's going on and get it out of the way. I don't have to, but Larry's lying again. He straight up lied today. He's been lying his ass off about me. he wants everyone to hate me. He wants me to be the bad guy. So I got to set the record straight. But let's call Lantern first. I tried to call him earlier in the day. He could be asleep because he went late last night. He went I think till 4 because I took off around 3:50, 4 o'clock because I had to go to work. So I'll try to get him on here. If not, well, then we'll just continue on with the show. But it was a late night for Lantern. Good show, though, by the way. So a big shout out to Mr. Lantern. That was a good show. I was even on there with Dreamin'. So now Dreamin' was a whole different type of person when he's not drunk. So when he's drunk, he's an asshole. When he wasn't drinking, he's not an asshole. So I put up with him, and then he left for some random reason. Pixel was on there. It was good to see him again. Pixel, he was kind of being a troll, you know. It took me 8 times to tell him, hey, I don't want to talk to Larry. You know? But Pixel's always ridden that I'm half Fears' friend, I'm half a troll. So I've kind of accepted him because he'll never change. But he was kind of being a dick. You know? He could tell, yeah, Fears. He kept egging it on and egging it on and egging it on. I'm like, hey, Pixel, this is the 7th time now. I don't want to talk to Larry. And the reason is I knew if I would have got in there with Larry, I don't trust Larry whatsoever. If I would have been in there with Larry, he would have started something, and we would have got into a big argument, a big fight, and I don't want to do that on Lantern's show. He kept saying, oh, you're afraid, Fears, you're afraid. I'm not afraid of Larry whatsoever. I just don't want to put any more energy into it. Why would I give someone my energy that I don't like? You know? So the mature thing to do is not be near him, not talk to him, not even be in the same area with him. And if you go in one of those calls, you're in the same area. You're in the same call with him, and I don't want to be. It has nothing to do. I'm not scared of him, zero afraid of him whatsoever. So I just didn't want to ruin Lantern's show and have me and Larry fighting, going ballistic, you know? That's the main reason. I don't care if you guys believe me or not. That's the truth. That's the truth. So, yeah. All right, let me call Lantern. He could be asleep. Lantern! He could be asleep. I tried to call him earlier today, like at around 1 or 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Or he could be out with his family. I have no idea. Alright, well, maybe I'll try Lantern later, but I couldn't get a hold of him. Alright, so, what else do I need to go into? So, Larry's been calling me less and less until today. He left me a bunch of voicemails today, and I swear on my father's grave, I am telling you guys accurately what Larry has been saying in these voicemails. I'm not kidding. I'm not over-dramatizing it. Unlike him, he over-dramatizes it. So, last night, right, I told you guys the story about, you know, whenever, it was around when I was 9 or 10 or 11, I don't remember, it was in there, selling candy for my church, right? I went to the door, I knocked, this is what actually happened, and then and then I'll tell you what Larry said. I go to the door, I knock, I said, oh, hello, ma'am, I'm John Fears, I'm selling candy, you know, for my church, and the dog came flying out, and for some reason it didn't like me, so I got scared, you know, obviously I was a little kid, and I knew, oh, if I run out of the yard, he won't get me because he has one of those electric collars. Well, I kept running, and I guess I wasn't fast enough whenever I was younger. The dog jumped, bit me on the butt, I fell down, and I got real scared, as any kid would. He bit me on my right leg, and then to get away from him, I kicked him twice in the face. Obviously, that hurt him, and he whimpered away. Anyone would do that if you're a kid to get out of there, because I thought the dog was going to kill me. That's exactly what happened. I ran out of the yard after I got away, and then the lady that owns the house got the dog. She's like, oh, God, I'm so sorry. Well, like, what's the number to your parents? She called my parents. I went to the doctors. I got a tetanus shot, and that's it. Now here's Larry's version. He said that I ran up and I grabbed the dog by the throat and I punched it in the face and I launched it through the air. He is lying through his fucking teeth. And he said that I hit it so hard that the teeth came flying out of the dog and all this bullshit. He's such a fucking liar. So there's that. Then, again, I didn't want to come on the show. And I said it in the chat last night. Go back and read Lantern's chat log. I said, I don't want to come in there. I don't like Larry. Why would I give Larry my time? I don't like him. Everybody knows I don't like him. Because all this stemmed from he just doesn't want to follow the rules. He thinks he can do and say whatever the hell he wants. Everybody else follows my rules. Don't cause chaos in the chat. And let's just all try to get along. That's what I've always wanted. I don't want to fight with him. I don't want to fight with Yak. I don't want to fight with that Jen girl. I don't even know who the fuck she is. I don't want to fight with anyone, but these people just constantly keep harassing me. What, am I not going to say something? If I don't say something, then I look like a fucking pussy. Just leave me the hell alone. Just leave me alone. If you don't like me, then that's fine. You know? So, I got a whole bunch of messages from him today. So, let me break them down. The first one, he goes, I'm sorry, that was the last one. The first one, he's like, oh, you're scared, you didn't want to come on the show. He goes, what the hell am I going to do to you, Fears? He goes, you're a grown-ass man, you know, and what's an old man going to do to you? Again, Larry, I'm not afraid of you whatsoever. I'm not afraid of you. I've met you. You're a sorry fucking sight. I'm not afraid of him whatsoever. I just don't want to give him any more time. I'm sick to death of being sick to death. I could care less. He could care less if I lived or died. I could care less if he lived or died. He's even said that. You know, he said, you know, and he's called me a piece of shit, and he's called me this, and he's called me that. And I'm like, great, Larry, I don't give a shit. I don't, move on with life. I don't care. And I'm like, well, that's a lie, because I wasn't afraid of him, and I just explained why I'm not afraid of him and why I didn't come on. I waited my turn. He left. I came on. The rest of the show was fantastic. Oh, and he also said that I ruined Lantern's show. I didn't ruin Lantern's show whatsoever. Everybody was having a good time. Everybody was hanging out. Bukaki was chill. Visions came on for a tiny bit. Yakov was chill. He was playing his video game, and we were all talking about movies. Lantern was sleeping, and he was kind of half talking. Seemed like a good show. Seemed like a normal Lantern show to me, right? So that's the first message. Oh, Lord. The second message, he said, you need to stop, like, trying to get me kicked out of Dave's Discord and da-da-da-da-da. You know, I'm in there all the time playing games with James. You don't even talk to James or Tina or Dave. It's funny that he said that, because I talked to them today, right before the show. And Dave, I called Dave today, right before the show. Then Dave earlier called me today and told me about what happened at James's school, which is terrible. I'm glad that James and Dave and Tina and everybody from that school is okay. And I was like, oh, wow, man, thanks for calling me. I'm glad you guys are okay. So, again, he's lying. I talk to Dave and Tina and James at least either twice a week or once a week. I call Zach a couple times a week. So, he's lying. He's lying. Oh, man. And then, his last message, he said, I'm never going to stop, you know, blah, 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 blah. And then he said, you win, dude, you win. He goes, you can feel safe being in Lantern stream now, because I'm going to block Lantern, and you can be on the show anytime you want. And then he goes, you made me do that, which is so funny. He's a grown-ass man. I didn't physically force him to block Lantern, you know? I didn't do jack shit. That's on Larry. I never said, hey, Larry, you should block Lantern. Never. So that's a lie. That is a lie. Lie, 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 lie. I never told him, hey, you should block Larry. You should block Lantern. He made that his own choice. He made, hey, I'm not coming on the show anymore. That's his own choice. I never said he couldn't. Never in a million years did I say he couldn't. I would just not be on there with him. I would just wait until my turn, wait till he leaves, and come on. I never told him, oh, quit Lannon's show, I'm not coming on. So he's lying about that. And then I picked up the call at the very last waking moment. He lied about this. And you can read it for yourself in the Discord. He said, Fierce picked up the call and told me to die at the very end, and then he hung up. He's lying. I waited until the very end, and I picked up the call, and I told him, fuck you. So there's a difference between saying, fuck you, and then telling someone to die. I said, fuck you, and I know what the fuck I said because I said, fuck you, and then Larry said, fuck you, right back to me. So he's lying. He's lying. And that is, I swear on my father's grave, and you guys know how much I love my dad, I wouldn't swear unless it's the honest-to-God truth. That's exactly, verbatim, what I said. So there's all that. And then the last thing, everybody was laughing why I told that girl. He lied and said, oh man, Fear scared that girl off with his dog. Do you know the reason why I told that girl that story? Well, I've gotten bit once in the leg and once in the butt by a dog. Anytime I get around a dog, I automatically get a little bit nervous. Why? Because I don't want a dog to bite me again. So what really happened is I walked up, I said, oh, that's a cute dog. And I said, is it friendly? Is it okay to pet it? And she goes, oh, yeah, he's friendly. And so I petted it. And the reason why I asked that is for two reasons. One, some owners don't want you to pet their dog, right? So I did it for that reason. Also, the second reason, I said, well, is he friendly? Because if he isn't friendly, I'm not going to pet him, you know? Or if he's angry or whatever, or not in a good mood, I don't want to pet him, you know? Because you can never be too careful with dogs. So I said it to protect myself. And then I told her, hey, ma'am, the reason why I said that and asked you is because whenever I was younger, I got bit by a dog, and you guys know the rest. So I didn't scare her off. It was a very lovely dog. I pet it. I said, all right, well, you guys have a lovely day. And I went on with the rest of my walk. That's verbatim what happened. So just because he doesn't like me, he wants you guys to think I'm the most evil piece of shit alive. And I'm not. Anyone that has met me in real life has said nothing but nice things. 11 times I'm a 12, I'm a very nice guy. I'm going to stick up for myself, though. What trolls don't like is that I actually stick up for myself, and I know what the fuck I'm talking about. He doesn't like it that he's getting a little taste of his own medicine. He doesn't like it that I'm throwing all this stuff back in his face. He doesn't like it that he's blocked or timed out. Even before I blocked him, I gave him ample chances. Excuse me. Let's put it this way. Many chances. And every time I timed the son of a bitch out, he reacted in such a psychotic way. Every single time. So he's lying when about all that stuff today, especially him saying that I told him to die. I don't like Larry, but I don't wish death upon people. You know, I did in the past, but not anymore. So he lied. I did tell him, I said, hey, fuck you. I did say that. Why? Because I remember saying it to him. And then he said, fuck you, right back to me. But I never told him to die. And I caught the tail end of it because I was using the restroom, and I came out, and my phone was over here on the couch, and I heard it ringing. It went to voicemail, and I thought, oh, I'll be able to catch it. And I said, you know what? Maybe I'll just answer it because that's what he wants. And I was going to say more to him, but it was at the tail end of the call of him leaving a message. And so I just said, hey, man, fuck you. Because I was so sick of his bullshit. That's another reason why I blocked him. I'm sick of his fucking bullshit. He's not a grown man. He's like a little 3-year-old. Or he acts like a 3-year-old. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. And I've tried so hard to ignore him. There's something wrong with him, I'm telling you guys. And I'm trying to make this as quickly as possible. Because I've already been going 19 minutes. But there was a lot to discuss. Because I didn't want to interrupt the rest of the show with this bullshit. No sane person would call a person every single day. I get it, Larry. You don't like me. Stop fucking calling my number. Nobody else calls my number except for that motherfucker. And there's a lot of trolls that have my number. He just can't get over it. And he thinks by trolling the shit out of me, it'll make me like want to unblock him. No, quite the reverse, you know. It's ridiculous. Anyway. I've said my piece. So He's lied about a lot of stuff. So have I back in the day. But I'm telling you guys the honest to God truth. I never wished death upon him. Never. And I don't even know why Jen's trolling me. I don't even know her. Now, I will admit, I shouldn't have said what I said to her in the Discord. I went a little overboard. But she started it. She started trolling me for no reason. And I was like, all right, well, if you're going to troll me, I'll troll you right back. And she said that I blocked her like 4 years ago. If I did, I don't remember her. And I certainly wouldn't block someone just because they're a woman. If that was the case, I would have blocked Liz and Kate a long time ago. And then Crackpot was going nuts. Oh, you don't like women. And then I'm like, that's ridiculous. I'm like, that's not true. But a troll will never admit when he's wrong. They're always right. I'm always a piece of shit. Oh, I'll always be a piece of shit. They're wonderful golden angels that never do anything wrong. But Dave's seeing it. Dave's been getting rid of more people, and I haven't even told him to get rid of anyone. So Dave's seen it. Now I will admit, I told LC back in the day, LC, fuck him, get rid of him. Hey, LC, fuck him, get rid of him. I haven't told Dave to get rid of anyone. When I talked to Dave today, and I talked to him a couple days ago, he said, Fears, I've had to get rid of some people. And I said, well, that's on you, buddy. I haven't said get rid of anyone. But probably Larry's the next one to go. I'll probably tell him to get rid of Larry if he continues his bullshit because he's not a good person. So if I tell Dave to get rid of anyone, it'll be Larry for sure. So, yeah. All right. That's all I wanted to say. So, I'm telling you guys the honest to God truth. I did not tell Larry to block Lantern and to not come into Lantern shows. That was on him. Never once did I say that. So he's like, it's because of you, Fears, that that I'm gone. No, he started all this. If he would just follow 2 rules, everybody in my chat, right, can follow the rules, except for that motherfucker. So yeah. Anyway, so he can't blame me. I didn't do shit. I didn't have him. He's a full-grown man. He can come into Lantern's show. He can watch Lantern's show. I didn't tell him to block Lantern. Absolutely not. You can't pin that on me. And I never told him to die. So, as soon as he said that in the Discord, I'm like, oh, that's a bunch of bullshit. I'm like, I know what I said. I said I picked up. I told him, hey, fuck you. And then he responded, fuck you. And then I hung up the phone. So, yeah. So 3 voicemails and a fuck you from me to him, and then a fuck you from him to me. So that's where we stand with Larry. All right, I'm done. Let's move on. So, and again, I've said it a million times. I'm going to say one more thing, and I'm going to continue on with my show. Because I'm not going to make him my entire show. I've said my piece. I never want drama. I never do. But I will stand up for myself. Absolutely. And do you guys think I want to talk about this stuff? No. It can't always be my fault. Sometimes it is their fault. I will admit, sometimes it is my fault, but very rarely. I usually only react. Trolls start a bunch of shit, and then I react to it. So, mostly I've reacted over the years, but I've hardly ever have I started. I've started a few times, but I've reacted more than started stuff. So, I just want to put that in perspective. Anyway. Alright. So today's topics. I've said my piece. Let's move on. So today's topics. I got 2 movie reviews. So last night. Not last night. I went right to work. Excuse me. Today I watched Get Out. Good movie. And then right before the stream I watched this earlier in the day. Like right when I got off of work. So yeah. So I had some breakfast. Watched this. Took a nap. And then right before the stream, I watched Apollo 13. Based on a true story. Good movie. Really good horror movie. I've been wanting to watch this for a while. So, good watches. So I'm going to review these 2. Then I'm going to get to the topics that I didn't get to yesterday. What are some of Fears' best Thanksgivings, like from birth to now? I've got a bunch. And I'm going to tell you guys. And then it's always a lot of hustle, rustle, bustle around the holidays. Whether it's Christmas or Halloween or Thanksgiving, when you travel either on holidays or by holidays, I don't recommend it, but sometimes you have to travel either on a holiday or a few days before a holiday to visit family or whatever. So I'm going to give you guys, I'd say I'm the most traveled person out of the community. I've traveled a lot more than you guys. I've just been so blessed. If I wasn't like flying somewhere in the States, then like I said, I've went to England well over 25 times in my life, between hanging out with my British friends and hanging out with my family and my relatives. But I haven't went in a while. The last time I went was in 2012 for my cousin Samantha's wedding, and I got to be an usher in her wedding, and that was cool because I had never been in a British wedding. They're very similar, just the wedding ceremony is a little bit longer. Usually a wedding ceremony, like in the States, is maybe 20, 30 minutes. Their wedding ceremony went on for about an hour and a half. And then, so I was like, oh, wow, this is way different. And I said, usually the church part where they get married is 20, 30 minutes tops, and then, bam, you're right to the reception. And the reception, oh my gosh, that didn't get done until like 3 in the morning. So those Brits know how to party. So that was fun. So but I need to go back. So yeah. Anyway, so reviewing 2 movies. I'm going to tell you guys what the best Thanksgiving celebrations I've ever had in my life. And then I'll give you guys some travel tips. And then if we get time, I'll tell you guys some more famous stories of the famous people that Fears has met. And I'll open up my Facebook and we'll continue on, because I upload every single autograph. I take a picture of the autograph and upload it. I take a picture with all the celebrities. The only ones I haven't uploaded yet are the most recent ones. I haven't uploaded the Tom Savini one or the guy that played the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man, the guy in the suit, the guy that played a lot of the ghosts. He played almost every ghost in Ghostbusters 2. Just shy of a few of them, but he played a lot of them. I got that guy's autograph. I got some other autograph at Spooky Empire. I just haven't had a chance to do that. But probably this weekend I'll upload all that shit. So yeah. But if we have time, if we don't have time, I'll save that topic for tomorrow night. So yeah. All right. Today's topic, since we're talking about my best Thanksgivings, I found a thumbnail of Indians and all the pilgrims, and then it says Happy Thanksgiving. I thought that'd be most appropriate. So there you are. And then I'm going to catch up with the chat, and then we're going to get on with the first topic. And then I'll try to call Lantern again, because I haven't heard from him in a while. All right, here we go. A thumbnail of... There we go. Thank you for the 2 likes. I appreciate that. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. All right. Let me catch up with the chat here. Let's see here. Let's see. Yo, there's Mr. Lantern. Yo, wait. Is this a Mr. Lampy troll? Is this the real one? Oh. I think Mr. Lampy 2020. Well, I better call Lantern. I better call Mr. Lantern. Hang on. Lantern, I see you in the chat, buddy. I tried to call you. Let me try to call Lantern, because I see him in the chat. Hang on. Before I block anybody. Lantern, you must have been sleeping. Lantern? Lantern, pick up. I see you in the chat. Lantern! Yo! Lantern! Is that Banjo?
It is Banjo.
I want to talk to Lantern.
Well, here's Lantern. Here we are.
All right. Yo, Lantern, what's up, dude? Lantern, were you sleeping? I tried to call you a bunch.
Yeah, it was my lunch today at Chili's.
Well, wait, you were at Chili's?
Then I took me a nap.
Wait, so you and your family went to Chili's?
Yeah.
Oh, man, that's some good eats.
Then got home and took me a little nap.
Well, I mean, that makes sense, buddy, because your show did not end until 4 something, right?
Yeah.
So I took a long nap too, Leonard. But that was a great show, buddy. And then,
Mm-hmm.
so you and your family went to Chili's. How was that?
Yeah. Good.
What'd you have?
I mean, some mac and cheese, some chicken strips.
Nice.
Some French fries.
So French fries,
Yeah, that's sweet tea.
so French fries, mac and cheese, and some chicken tenders.
Yeah. And
Nice.
Sweet tea.
And what?
Sweet tea.
Oh, sweet tea. Nice,
Yeah.
Lantern.
I think that's a sweet tea.
I like some sweet tea. I haven't. You know what? I'll be honest, Lantern. I haven't had sweet tea in quite a while, but I do enjoy a mean glass of sweet tea. So yeah. Do you have ice in it?
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah, that's good. That's good, buddy. That's good, man. All right. Hey, Lantern. Damn.
Yeah. Damn.
Pew.
Eee.
So, Lantern, did you hear about all the crap that Larry's saying? He said that
Yeah.
he blocked you and that it was my fault and that he's not coming on the show. Lantern, I promise, we're buddies, we're pals. I wish you nothing but the best, Lantern. You know, I've never trolled you, Lantern. I never will troll you. I support your show, Lantern. That's why, whether I'm on the show or if I'm just in the chat and I'm listening while I'm editing my videos, Lantern, surprisingly, you know when I don't come on the show and I just listen to the show and I put stuff in the comments section, I get a lot of editing done listening to your show.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I never told Larry to block you. So that's a lie when he said, "Oh, it's Fears' fault." Larry is just an old, miserable, pissed off human being. And Lantern, this all started with him not respecting my wishes, and because he thinks he can do and say whatever the hell he wants, and I had to block him because I got sick and tired of his bullshit. And now he's acting like a crazed, psycho, egotistical maniac. So Lantern, I never told him, hey, I never told Larry, hey, you should block Lantern. Never in a million years. And that's his choice, Lantern. If he doesn't want to come on your show, he's a full grown man. That's his decision. And I never told him to block you, Lantern. So he can't put that on me. So I just wanted to tell you the truth, buddy, before some troll called you and said, "Oh, Fears made me do it," which I didn't, buddy. Because I didn't want you being mad at me. You know I would never do that.
Yeah.
So I'm glad you believe me, Lantern. All right. Hey, Lantern, you're the man, dude. I'm glad. Did you have a good time with your family?
Yeah.
That's good.
How about you?
I had a great time with my family whenever I saw them this last trip. I got a lot of hangout time, but I'm glad you got to I'm glad you got to hang out with your family today, buddy. That's cool. Because really, Lantern, in the end, the most important thing in life is family and friends. You know, you can have great friends in this lifetime, Lantern, but your friends and family are like they're your blood. You know, and that's important. That's important to spend some time with the family. That's awesome, buddy. And you went to Chili's. And you didn't even get any chili, buddy? I thought you were going to get some master chili, man.
Yeah.
Then you'd be really farting, You like the chili, all that gas, eating up some chili and shit. Farting and shitting your ass off on tonight's show.
Yeah.
Now, do you still have some stream time left or no?
I don't know. I'm going to see tonight if I got any stream time left or not.
So if you don't have any stream time, you'll probably have to have Banjo or somebody host.
I ain't getting Larry to do it. No.
You're not getting Larry to do it?
Oh,
Well, that's good. You're better off, Lantern. You're better off.
Yeah.
You're better off, buddy. Trust me. All right, buddy. Well, I'm gonna take off. I'm gonna finish the rest of my show before you go live.
You got in the stream now?
No. I just started.
Oh.
It just took me a little while to get going because I had to tell everybody about all the Larry bullshit.
Yeah.
Because he called me 3 times today and he lied. So yeah.
Right.
You ready for this, Lantern? He said that I wanted. I told him to die, which I did not tell him that. What I did tell him, I picked up the phone call, Lantern, and I said, "Fuck you." That's what I really said to him. Yeah. So Lantern, is that guy in the chat? That blue Mr. Lambie, that's a fake Lantern, right?
Yeah, that's a fake. That's a troll.
All right, I'll get rid of him. I just wanted to make sure because
Yeah.
I know your other channel is called Mr. Lampy, and I
Yeah.
was like, all right, that's not Mr. Lampy's real Mr.
No.
Lampy. All right, I'll get rid of him, Lantern. Don't worry.
Okay.
All right. Well, thanks a lot for tuning in, and I'll see you back in the chat, buddy, and I'll catch up with all the fans, and we'll get this show a rocking.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Lantern. Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Lantern, I just shit my pants, man. I mean, it was oozing. I know, damn.
Damn.
Damn. Wow, Larry.
Damn.
Larry.
Larry.
All right. I'll see you later, Lantern. Peace. Shonk. Oh, wow. All right. Well, the fake Mr. Hi, you're gone. There we go. The fake Mr. Lampy. All right, let's see here. Let me switch it from top chat to live chat. Okay. All right, let's see here. Okay, so Biscuit says, "Yo, what's up, Biscuit?" She says, "How you doing, Kate and Tina?" Shout out to Tina and Kate and Biscuit. Yeah, that's bullshit, Kate. That is bullshit. I never told him to die. What I really said, I picked up the phone call and I said, "Fuck you." And I was going to say more, but it was towards the end of it because I was in the bathroom, I heard my phone ring, and then he left a voicemail. I thought, oh, maybe I can catch him on the tail end of it. I picked up, I said, "Hey, fuck you, man." And then he said, "Fuck you." And I was like, I'm not even going to talk to this guy. And then I hung up the phone. So, yeah. Yeah, what's up, Sega? He says, "Fangirl Kate, why are you ignoring me?" I don't think she's ignoring you, Sega. Come on. What's up, Visions? He says, "So funny that you tell a story about kicking a dog while petting a stranger's dog. You're too funny." But again, Visions, the reason is, maybe I didn't have to tell her that story, but the reason why I told her the story is I like animals, but after getting bit twice, once on my right leg and once on my ass cheek, every once in a while I get nervous around pets because I don't want to get bit again. So I just asked her very politely. I said, "Oh, is the dog friendly? What's the dog's name?" She told me the name. I can't remember the name. And I said, "Is it okay if I pet it?" And she said, "Oh, yeah, sure, he's friendly." I said, "Okay, great." I petted it, and I said, "Well, yeah, the reason why I asked you all that is I said I got bit when I was a kid." She didn't get freaked out. So I think she understood the reason why I said that, you know? So, yeah. Anyway, let's see. What's up, Mama Bear? I'm doing good. How about you, Mama Bear? What's up, Tina? Mama Bear says, "Hey, Visions." Let's see. What's up, Pretend Story? Biscuit says, "I'm good. It seems like that sleepover isn't happening now." I don't know what you're on about. Well, thank you, Zach. I appreciate it. I'm glad that somebody has my back. Again, Zach, I don't want all this drama. He just makes shit up as he goes along. Obviously, he likes to be in control, Zach. He likes to be the big boy on campus. I don't know if he's jealous of me or what. He makes up all these lies, and I'm really trying not to lie anymore. I've been straight up honest with you guys for quite a while now. And for him to be like, "Oh, you told me to die." I did not. You know? And then he tries to blame me. "You're the cause of it, Fears. I'm not coming on Lantern's show." He is 52 years old. He made that decision on his own. I could care less because I do not like Larry. Larry doesn't care if I live or die. I don't care if Larry lives or dies because he's fucked with me so much. And I did the mature thing. I'm like, "All right, Larry, bye, you're gone." And then I don't call him. He calls me every single day. Watch it. He'll probably call me after the stream. But I'm telling you guys the honest to God truth. It's ridiculous. I've tried to ignore him. I've tried everything. He just will not leave me alone. He's fucking insane. Scout's honor. I'm telling you guys the honest to God truth. He is fucking insane. But Visions, that's the reason why I told that lady that story. Anyway. What's up, Chicken Wizard? But thank you, Zach, for saying you got my back. I appreciate it. You're a good friend. What's up, Chicken Wizard? You're also a good friend. You ever hear that prank phone call where the Indian guy saying you kicked my dog? The only Indian prank phone call I've ever heard is where those guys from Howard Stern calls up some Indian restaurant, and he's like, "Yeah, hello, is Mike there?" And he's like, "Mike who?" And he's like, "My turban is dirty. Your mother is dirty, you piece of shit." That one I heard, and that one was fucking hilarious. But no, I've never heard of the Indian guy say you kicked my dog. No, I've never seen that one. So yeah, I've never heard of it, but Kate has, because she says yes, Chicken Wizard. That's so old. Well, I'm glad somebody's heard of it because I've never heard of it. What's up, Sega? He says, Kate, I haven't heard from you in days. She's not ignoring you, though, Sega. You know, maybe she's busy. You know, let's see. I'm good. The incredible impression. Good. I'm glad Sega's doing good. Exactly, Chicken Wizard. He says, big difference between telling someone to die and saying you don't care if they die. Yeah. You know, but I never said, hey, die. I picked up the phone because I was so sick of the guy leaving fucking messages, and I said, fuck you, and then he said, fuck you back to me, and then I hung up the phone. Never told him to die today. So he is lying. Why? Because he wants me to always be the bad guy. Trolls are always the sweet angels. You know? Even Pixel was kind of being a dick yesterday, you know? I told him, it took me 8 times, I don't want to talk to Larry. Why? Because he's immature. He wants to get into a fight with me. And then I didn't want that big-ass fight to ruin Lantern's show, because that would make me a shitty friend. It took me 8 times to tell that motherfucker, I don't want to talk, Pixel. But I've accepted Pixel. He's half my friend, and he's half a troll. He's always been like that. He'll never change. So, yeah. Where it should only take a normal person, once you say it once or twice, people leave you alone. Like, yeah, I really don't want to talk to Larry. Yeah, I really don't want to talk to Larry. He should have accepted that. 8 times, though, that's a little much. So, yeah. All right. Let's see here. Lantern says, yo! Howdy, Fierce. Well, howdy, Lantern. Lantern, I hope you had a good nap. And Lantern, that was awesome that you got some hangout time with your family. Because that's what's most important, Lantern. Your job's important, if you have a job. Your friends are important, and your family's important. All that stuff means the most, Lantern. So you hanging out with the rest of your family at Chili's. Plus, Lantern, chili is some good eats. Lantern, next time, order the chili. The chili's good there. I've had it. It's really good. It's been a while, though, since I've been to Chili's. I don't know if they still serve it, if I'm being honest. It's been quite a while since I've been there, but the last time I went there was about a year ago, and they still had it, so I don't think the menu would change that much in a year, but I could be wrong. Yo, Mr. Lantern, he says, howdy, Steve, howdy, Tina, howdy, Dave, howdy, Kate. Let's see. Hi, Lantern, you have a good nap? Apparently he had a great nap, because I called him once at around 1 or 2, Kate, and then I tried him twice before the show, and then I called him once on the show, so 4 times. Sega says, yo, Mr. Lantern, what's up? Shout out to Mr. Lantern. That's right, incredible impression. One of the greatest lines out of Apollo 13. Houston, we have a problem. Great scene, by the way. It's one of my faves. So, yeah. Let's see. Oh, did he? Chicken Wizard? Lampy called Dave a Negro and said to slice himself. Really? Wow. Wow. Okay. When did that happen? Wow. And then, hey, Lantern, get ready. Chicken Wizard says, boom, chicken jockey. That's right, y'all. That's right. Let's see. Biscuit said, Fears, I just went to a Catholic wedding, and that ceremony was an hour and 15 minutes. Wow. I'd say the longest American wedding I've ever went to, Biscuit, is around 30 minutes. But the one that I went to in England, it went on for an hour, either like an hour and a half or an hour and 45 minutes. I mean, it was long. And I had to stand there because I had to usher everyone to their seats, and I was an usher in my cousin's wedding. I was very honored, but I had to stand. I couldn't sit down. I had to stand for an hour and 45 minutes. At one point, I started leaning up against something because I was like, damn, I can't sit down. So, yeah. Because I was being respectful to my cousin's wedding. So, yeah. But it was fun, though. And I was honored to be in her wedding, so yeah. Let's see here. Kate says, that's awesome, Lantern. You're feeling refreshed for a good show. Let's see. Go call him now, Fears. Well, I did, Sega. You know, it just took me because Lantern was a napping. He was definitely napping. Trying to catch up here with the chat. Sega, please don't cause a scene. Oh, shit. Oh, damn. I'm not trying to, Kate, but haven't heard from you in days. Well, maybe she's busy, Sega. Hang on. Let me call Sega. Hang on. Hang on. Oh, well, what do you know? Larry's leaving me another voicemail. My God. Tony, he's relentless.
Are you calling me for?
Sega, what's up?
You are calling me for?
Are you mad? What's up?
I don't know. I don't know. Should I?
I don't think you should be mad. Maybe Kate's busy. I'm sure she'll get back to you.
Are you sure? I haven't been listening to her. I've been leaving messages for her on Discord and got a reply once.
Well, maybe she's busy. I mean, she's got work. She's got a life, Sega. You know, I'm sure she'll get back to you, buddy.
Oh, okay.
You know, but I wouldn't get mad at me because I have nothing to do with it. And I wouldn't get mad at Kate. You know, she's busy. Like I'm busy.
I'm not mad at Kate, but I am just kind of wondering why aren't you not responding?
I'm sure she'll get back to you, buddy. I'm sure she will. You know?
Okay.
I don't know when, so don't get mad at me, but I'm sure she'll get back to you, buddy. You know? People get busy. You're busy at your job. I'm busy at my job. She probably has a job. You know, I'm all
the time, so yeah.
I'm always busy, Sega. I'm streaming. If I'm not streaming, I'm editing. If I'm not editing, then I'm on Lantern's show. If I'm not on Lantern's show, I'm working. You know, if not that, I'm sleeping, going nuts.
I'm either working,
yeah.
Or editing.
There you go. Yeah. And Sega, I promise, that highlight video of the Disney, because I forgot to put the footage that you filmed. Remember I gave you the camera and you started filming?
Oh, did I really?
You did. You don't remember that?
No, I don't.
It was either before we went into Disney or while we were in Disney. I said, hey, Sega, you want to film something for the vlog? And you said, yeah. So I'm going to put that in there. Then I forgot to put in, remember you gave me all that history on, we walked near the flags. And you said, hey, Fears, Walt Disney put these flags up for such and such, and I didn't know how you knew that. And you're like, hey, will you put that in the vlog?
But I think when you still wait for that highlight reel, you should still have that moment where I'm like, where we go right through the hall of presidents again, and I'm like, come on.
Yeah.
I'm like, Robert, or no, what was it?
Oh, it was,
United States in 1985.
It was, Ronald Reagan.
Yeah, Ronald Reagan, the actor. We
yeah.
have to put that in the highlight, too.
Yeah. Then who's vice president? Jerry Lewis?
Yeah, that part.
Sega, listen, one day, you know what we should do? One day we should go to California. You and the Sega me, Fears Man, and the Sega Master, we hop on a flight, we go to California, and we film all of the Back to the Future movie locations, buddy. How about that? Come on, Sega, that would be fun.
Okay, at least, okay, to be fair, though, most of I do know that they did, I do know that the parking lot was filmed in the parking lot scene in 1985 where Twin Pines Mall was. I know that was filmed down in California, but
it was.
I don't know about everything else, though.
All of it, Sega. It was filmed on sets.
Like even the countryside, which would be Lions Estate in 1955.
Yeah, all that is in California. They filmed on the back lot at Universal. They filmed in California. There's a Burger King right by Doc Brown's, his little house. Well,
yes.
remember in 1985. Remember that?
I know that because I remember Marty Marty leaves the dog's house so that he quickly skates forward, and then as he tries to get onto the road,
exactly.
He passes the Burger
Do you remember in 1955 he has a mansion and a garage, but in 1985 his mansion burnt down, so he lives in his garage, and the garage is right near the Burger King.
Yes.
And that's a still operational Burger King. So if we went there, Sega, you know we would stop for lunch and eat some lounge, man. You know we would. In that very Burger King, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So one day I'll make that trip happen, whether with you or without you, or if me and Zach go or whatever. So yeah, but I'm sure she's not like intentionally ignoring you, buddy. I'm sure she's your friend and stuff. I'm sure she'll get back to you.
Yeah.
I've been dealing with a lot, Sega. Larry has been slowly drifting into La La Land, and he's been slowly drifting into delusional land, and he's driving me nuts. I told you about this.
I've already watched a little bit of the stream, so shame on you, Larry.
He's pretty nuts. I mean, he should seek therapy.
Yeah,
quick.
Shame on you, Larry. Shame on you.
Do it again, Sega.
Shame on you, Larry. Shame on you.
I mean, the guy he's a whack job. I'll tell you that much. I don't know what the fuck's going on with him. All right, Sega. Well, I'm glad I could help mend the wounds between you and Kate. There's too much drama. I'm telling you, man. I wish everybody could get along. I wish. But yeah. Anyway, buddy. Sorry. My mic got muted for a second. But how's everything else been going, buddy?
It's been good.
That's good. How's the weather? Because Yakov told me he hasn't got any snow yet. But have you gotten any snow yet?
We've actually got them the day before Remembrance Day, and
Oh wow!
And now, a few days later, it's all melted away again.
Oh well, at least it's gone. Okay, there you go. Listen, I used to like snow as a kid, Sega, and I told Bukaki this the night just last night.
I used to kind of like snow as well. Back when I was a kid, I used to go sledding a lot.
Exactly. Well,
we had some really big slopes. That I used to go to back when we lived in Milton.
Yeah, so I liked snow for two reasons when I was a kid. One, I always enjoyed a snow day, because you know what a snow day meant? Fears, sitting in front of the TV, glued to the TV, watching cartoons, eating some popcorn, and playing video games. That's what a snow day was. So I would, half the day I'd play video games, and half the day I'd watch TV. Because my mom and dad would allow me to watch TV on a snow day. Because normally I could only watch TV on Friday night, Saturday, and Sunday. And then my mom and dad said, focus on your studies Monday through Thursday. So, yeah.
Of course.
So, that was one reason why I liked a snow day. And then the second reason, obviously, is what you just said, Sega, sledding. Sledding was always fun.
Yes.
But now as an adult, I'm like, give me clear skies any day. Sun. So I constantly can work on my tan and go to the pool or go to the beach, rocking, going nuts. No rain, no snow for Fears. No. So, Bukaki and Visions have already told me, well, when you come to visit us, Fears, there's a lot of rain in Portland. I'm like, oh, I remember, because my Uncle Terry used to live in Portland. I've been there twice to visit him before my Uncle Terry passed away. So, yeah. Well, I'm glad you're doing good, buddy. I really am. I'm going to get back to the show.
Okay.
But just give her a couple days. I'm sure she'll message. Just, you got to be patient with women, you know what I'm saying?
Of course.
I'll give you an example. Even though I don't like her anymore. So, if I knew that me and Casey were going to go on a date at 8 o'clock, I set the reservation for 8:45 or 9 because, everything's got to be perfect. I got to do my nails. I got to do my fucking hair. I got to get dressed. Men, it usually takes us, 20, 25 minutes to get ready. Shower, shave, cologne, brush your teeth, comb your hair, throw on some threads, and we're out the door. Women, they've got a lot more stuff to deal with. So, I'm sure she's dealing with a lot of stuff, Sega. But I'm sure she'll message you.
Yes.
And Sega, I cannot wait to come to Canada. Visit the Sega Camp Gamer. Sega, don't throw away the green bathrobe.
I haven't yet.
Don't throw it away, because you didn't walk around Florida in it. Fears will put on the green bathrobe, I swear to God, and I will walk around Milton, anywhere with the green bathrobe vlogging away.
Thomas, I don't live in Milton anymore.
All right, well, I will walk around St. Thomas with the green bathrobe on, and we'll be vlogging it up. I'll be a legend, Sega. No other community member will wear the green bathrobe in public. I will. We just got to wash it, buddy, because the last time you brought it, it was kind of smelling funky, and I was like, Sega, we got to wash that before before Theers throws it on. But I got some pictures in the legendary bathrobe, so don't throw it away.
Of course.
All right, buddy. All right, I'll see you later, man. Have a good one.
Yeah, talk to you later.
Peace. Well, Kate, I did that for you because I was like, I don't want to get Sega mad in the chat, and have him go nuts because I don't know what's going on. So, yeah. But I hope you message him soon. All right, let me get back to the chat. Let's see. Biscuit says, oh, my God, the new margaritas at Chili's are good. I've had them before, but I haven't been there in a year, Biscuit. But I have had the margaritas before. They're good. I've had many drinks there. They're good. Yeah. Bukagi says, Lantern had a reservation at Chili's with his boys. Well, that's what he told me, Bukagi. That's some good eats, man. Chili's is good. I just haven't went there in a while, but yeah. All right, let me scroll down here. What's up, Strong Bear? Good to see you. What's up, Dave? What's up, Dave? Let's see here. Sega says, have a good stream, Fears. All right, Sega, I'll see you later, buddy. Thanks a lot for tuning in. It was good to have Sega here. Well, they do. They do, Biscuit. Again, I haven't been there in about a year, but whenever I went, they had chili. So, yeah. So, I don't know if they have chili now because it's been a while. It's been a while since I've been there. So, anyway, let's see. Chicken Wizard said, I wish I had a family to go to Chili's with. I hear you, Chicken Wizard. And I'm really sorry you lost your dad. I remember, Chicken Wizard, I called you, and you said, hey, Fears, now I know how you feel. And I was like, why? What's going on? And he's like, well, Fears, you lost your dad. And I said, I did. And he goes, well, I just lost my dad. And I was like, damn. I'm like, yes, I do know how that feels. But I'm sure you got other family members that you could go with, Chicken Wizard. But I feel your pain, man. The death of a family member is horrible. It's the worst feeling. It's the worst feeling in general. Whether it's the death of a good friend. I lost my friend Andrew from high school. He was on his way to work, minding his own business. He was walking to work, and some asshole drunk driver flew off the road, hit him, instant death. And I made him a little tribute video, and his mom asked me to say something, and that was hard, because Andrew was a very nice friend. I met him at the end of 8th grade, 9th grade, and all through high school. Very nice guy. So, I understand your pain, buddy. I haven't made a tribute video for my dad yet, because I know that's probably going to be the hardest video that I will ever edit. And I want to do it. My mom gave me a whole bunch of photos, and I took some photos at my dad's funeral, and I'm going to make a big collage, like, kind of slideshow tribute video for my dad, but I know it's going to be hard to make, so I've been kind of putting it off. I need to, though, make it here soon. I really do. So, yeah. Let's see. I want some mozzarella sticks from Chili's. Yeah, those are good. Oh, yeah. They also have good breadsticks at Fazoli's. Me and my buddy Eric and Tom and Trent, that used to be our hangout spot. We would go to Fazoli's, if not twice a week, at least once a week, because Eric was obsessed with Fazoli's. I just ate their breadsticks and their salad, and I occasionally would have a slice of their pizza, but I went for their salads. Eric went for the spaghetti and the pizza, because their pizza was all right. Anyway, let's see here. There you go. Pretend Story says, whenever I'm upset, I take my butt down to Chili's for some beers. Yep, they've got great beer and wines. I'm sorry, not wine. Mixed drinks there. That's good stuff. So, yeah. Yep. Anyway. What's up, Chokes? Good to see you. Good to see you. I'm trying to catch up with the chat here. Oh, well, there it is. I did not know that, Kate. She says, yes, I'm ignoring Sega for being a male pig. Well, I didn't know that. I feel bad now because I said, oh, Sega. I'm sure she'll contact you soon. Well, my bad. I did not know that, Kate. So Sega cannot get mad at me because I had no idea even. I had no idea. So my bad. Because I really don't want anyone to fight. I really don't. Especially me fighting with people. It sucks. I hate it. Let's see. What's up, Tokes? What's up, Mr. Lantern? No, they're not that long, Tokes. Again, it was about an hour and 45 minutes, my cousin's wedding. They're definitely not 7 hours, though. What's up, Bukaki? Good to see you. Good to see you, Bukaki. Let's see here. What's up, Dankness? I'm sorry if I missed anyone's chat. I'm trying to, let's see. There you go, Visions. Vision says, you know what, Fears? We could all meet up at Kate's house. That'd be cool. That'd be a cool fan hangout, you know? That'd be sweet. Oh, wow. I did not know that, Kate. She says, I'm ignoring him. Okay. There you are. Well, thank you, Kate. But I appreciate all your compliments, Kate, but I'm nowhere near perfect. She says, unlike you, Fears, you're charming and sexy. Charming, yes. Sexy, I'm a little sexy right now. If I lost all the belly fat, I'd be way more sexy. But I will admit, even though I need to work on some things, and we all know what. Patience, temper, ignoring trolls as much as possible. That would solve a lot of problems. So do I feel bad for saying that stuff about Jen? Yes, but I don't understand who she is. I've only recently seen her in Dave's Discord. Dave doesn't even know who the hell she is. I shouldn't have said what I said. Am I going to apologize to her? Probably not, because she's a troll. But I do regret saying it. So yeah. I only apologize to the people that I think deserve an apology. So there we are. Like Larry. I appreciated his apology, but then as soon as I blocked him again, that went out the window. I will never apologize to anything I've said to Larry or about Larry, because he's a piece of shit. And he loves being a troll. So that'll never happen. Let's see here. Let's see. I actually love the apple platter at Applebee's. You know what? That's another place. The Visions that I haven't went. Well, no, I'm sorry. The last time I went to Applebee's, me and Chicken Wizard went there. I filmed it. You guys just haven't seen it yet. We went to the toy show while I was in town, and then we went, like the last three hangouts. Me and Chicken Wizard had went to White Castle, and I said, "Hey, Chicken Wizard, do you mind if we go somewhere else?" And he's like, "Yeah, sure." So we drove around. I was like, "Hey, is Applebee's good for you?" And he was like, "Yeah, that's good, Fears." We were going to go to that record store, but we just ran out of time. Remember Chicken Wizard? I think it either got too late in the day or they had already closed. I don't remember. Chicken Wizard backed me up on this. I don't remember which one it was, and I was like, oh, damn, we ran out of time. And he's like, well, let's just go eat, Fears. And we did, and we had a blast. So, yeah. So, there we go. There we go. Well, it's not uncomfortable, Visions. It's just, he says, might be uncomfortable to see Fears tribute his father, but we are to support you. I appreciate the support. I'm not uncomfortable. It just, I know editing that video will make me sad, because I know he's gone, but I don't want him to be gone. He's never gone up here and in here, buddy. But, like, I made a tribute video for, my friend Andrew that died, and then I made a tribute video. Oh, man. It was so long ago. I made another tribute video for someone else that passed away. I'm trying to remember the other tribute video, because with my dad's tribute video, it'll be 3. But it's not so much an uncomfortable situation. It's a sad situation, Visions, because my dad meant everything to me. He was great in every way, you know? I wish I was more like him, because on one aspect, I know he would be proud of me. On the other aspect, he would not be proud of me when I lose my temper and say horrible things and act out. Because my dad rarely got angry. But when he did get angry, holy shit, it was like a fucking typhoon had ensued. But very rarely. It took a lot for my dad to get angry. But when he did, he was like, all right, I'm done. I'm kicking ass and I'm taking names. And so that's where I get my anger from. Because whenever my dad got mad, but normally he was a happy-go-lucky guy. I'm normally a happy-go-lucky guy. Just some people push me to the limits. So, yeah. Like, Pixel was egging it on last night. I'm like, I've said this, 6 times now? All right, yeah, this is the 7th time. This is the 8th time. And I'd have had enough. So, I'll eventually get to it, Visions. But it's not really an uncomfortable situation. Well, it is a bit. It's more of a sad situation because I miss him a lot. I think about him every day. I think about my grandma Fears every day, and I think about my dad every day. So I don't want anyone else to die in my family because it's been one funeral after another, and I'm like if my brother died, I'd be fucking devastated. Or if like Shelton died, I'd be even more devastated because he's so young. I'm like, I don't want anyone else to die, So hopefully, we're all going to die at some point, but hopefully the next funeral I go to is not for a very, 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 very long time, So, but one day, I do want to make that video, buddy, because I really want to honor my dad. And I am afraid if I make it, then some troll will, like that Fears, that Fears gay guy vlogs. I'm afraid that he'll take it and make a troll video out of it, which would hurt me so much. So that's another reason why I haven't made it, because I wouldn't want anyone to take it and make something horrible out of it, But I have to make that video because I want to honor my dad. I want to put it on the main channel. Also, I talked to these guys today. These are the guys that interviewed me at Spooky Empire. And the guy said, Fears, your interview will be up. I asked their permission, so before any troll says, oh, you stole their video, I said, can I put up the official interview? And I said, I'll put all your guys' descriptions in the link. And he said, yeah, he goes, if you could just change it a little bit. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to sit here and say, hey guys, what's up? It's Fears. I'm going to do a little intro and say, it's theirs, it's not mine, but I was given permission. So I'm going to get their video off their channel. I'm going to make a copy of it. And I got their permissions. They said I could use it. And I'm going to upload it on the main channel so you guys can see. So don't go to their channel yet. I want to show you guys on the main channel. Do not go to their channel yet, because I want it to be a big surprise, because I've been professionally interviewed before, but it's just been a long time, and it was a great interview. I wish they would have allowed Dave on camera, but Dave was nice enough, and he filmed for my vlog. He filmed it for, I'm sorry, let's see what angle. If the camera's here, I was standing in the middle, the guy was next to me, the girl was here. Oh, so Dave was on this side. Dave was shooting off camera with my GoPro, shooting it this way. So there's going to be 2 different angles of it. There's going to be the footage of the interview on my camera, and then they had a high-def, like 4 or 5K camera, whatever. They had on a tripod. They had a nice setup. And I said, did Spooky Empire hire you guys? And they said, no. They said, we just invested in a massive, massive, massive production camera that has like 4K quality. They had a massive tripod. They made a backdrop, and it had, I think it said Bloodline Media on the back, or it had Spooky Empire. They said, we made all this, and we brought it to Spooky Empire, and we're just interviewing people for our channel, and we go to different Comic-Cons, and we go to different shows. I said, is it always Spooky Empire? And he goes, no. He goes, we go to Comic-Con. And I said, where have you been? He goes, oh, we went to England for a Comic-Con once. He goes, we went to San Diego Comic-Con. I said, I've always wanted to go to that one. And he said, that by far is the biggest convention we've ever went. And I've told you guys, people rent out hotels for that in advance, like 6 months, because San Diego Comic-Con's in California. It's fucking massive. My friend Jenny Lorenzo goes there all the time. A bunch of my friends have went there. I've never gotten to go. I've always wanted to. And all my friends have been like, Fierce, any convention that you've ever went to is goddamn peanuts compared to that fucking one. I go, oh, I know. I'm like, you don't have to tell me twice. I'm like, I know that you're preaching to the choir, you know? Like, so, anyway, this is coming soon. So, don't go to their channel yet, please. Save it. Save it as a surprise. I'm going to put it on the main channel very soon. So, I'm going to start off the video. I'll have it fade in. And then I'll sit here and be like, hey guys, what's going on? Fierce had the honor at Spooky Empire to get interviewed by Bloodline Media. And then I'm going to say all my thank yous. I'm going to say, hey, big shout out to Bloodline Media. Thank you so much for allowing me to use this footage and put it on my channel. Thank you for allowing me to be interviewed. And then I'll be like, hey, if you want to check them out, the links are in the description, stuff like that. And then I'll have it fade into the interview. Because I'm going to give them credit, because it's not my video. And I don't want any trolls saying, oh, you stole it. And I'm like, nope. I asked the guy. I followed him on Instagram. He wrote me. I said, yo, Fierce, we're slowly but surely uploading all the interviews from Saturday and Sunday, because I don't think they filmed on Friday. I don't think. I forgot to ask him. The guy wrote me and said, yeah, slowly but surely we're uploading all the interviews from 2025 Spooky Empire. I was like, oh, sweet, man. I said, have you got mine up? He goes, we're trying. He goes, we're trying. He goes, it'll be up in a couple days, Fears. Don't worry. And I said, well, when it uploads, I said, can I put the actual interview on my channel? And he's like, oh, yeah. He's like, go nuts. He's like, that's just more promotion for us. He goes, can you give us credit, though? I said, oh, absolutely. I said, I'll do an intro. I said, I'll put all your guys' links, and I said, I'll put your Instagram. I said, I'll put your YouTube in the description so people can check you out. He's like, thanks, brother. He goes, you're the man. I said, no, you're the man. I said, thank you for interviewing me. Anyway, that's coming soon. So, yeah. Yeah. But don't worry, Visions. I am going to do a tribute video with my father. I guess to answer your statement, it's not a question. To answer your statement, it's a bit of both. It is going to be a bit uncomfortable editing that, because I have a bunch of family photos and I have some video of me and my dad and stuff, and I'm going to put it all together. But I want to do it. It's all three. I want to do it, and it's going to be a bit uncomfortable, and it's going to be a sad video to edit, because I miss him every day. I miss him every day. I wish I could talk to him today, or not just today. I wish I could talk to him and have him give me some more of his epic advice, because he gave not only love and support, but he gave great advice, my friends. So, yeah. He was there through the good times, the bad times, the epic times, the horrible times. I know he would be proud of me, but sometimes he wouldn't be, if I'm being honest. Most of the time, he'd probably be proud of me, but not when I lose my patience and my anger and all that shit. But again, I never claimed to be perfect like trolls. Trolls, oh, we're so perfect in every little way. I know for a fact I'm not perfect. So, yeah. I do my best, though. I do. So, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I don't really want to deal with you today, Pixel. You kind of pissed me off, so, you know, you should have respected my wishes. Not once, not twice. I had to ask you 8 times, so I'm not going to really deal with you today. Not at all. So I'm not blocking you, but I'm going to time you out. So I don't want to deal with it. Because I haven't been in a show with you in a while. I tried to move it on. I tried to ask you a couple questions. I tried to see how you were doing. And then, no, have him come on the show. Come on. 8 times. That's 8 times too much, my friend. But yeah. Anyway. Let's see. Let's see. Where'd I leave it? Yo, what's up, Dayton? It's good to see you. Oh, I wish, Zach. I wish it was that simple. He says, let's all respect one another. We're all like a family. But again, I've tried, Zach. I've tried, Zach. I've tried to get along with Larry, and it's just impossible. He always has to be right. He doesn't like that I called him out on his lies. He doesn't like that I actually won. He doesn't like that I pulled a fucking fast one on him. He just wants to cause nothing but problems. So it is what it is. By the way, today's mug is Space Mountain. Oh yeah. Now I didn't buy this in the park. I found it at Goodwill. So yeah. Is she Visions? Okay, I did not know that. Okay. Oh, I feel the same way, Zach. And Zach, you should feel special. You know how like people are like, oh yeah, you're my friend, you're my friend, you're my friend, you're my friend. The people that I call a friend, I'm very selective on who I call a friend. So, Zach, if I say I'm your friend, I'm your friend. So, I feel the same way. That's very nice of you to say, Zach. He says, Fears, you're like a brother. I appreciate that, my friend. Like, you're my friend. I consider Visions and Bukaki a good friend. All my buddies in Missouri, you know? So I thought it was ridiculous when Larry's like, you don't have any friends, Fears. I'm like, bullshit, I don't, motherfucker. So, yeah. But the thing is, Zach, is he doesn't like that I got the best of him. And if you don't give him anything to react to, that's why I didn't want to come on the show. For two reasons. One, I knew Larry likes to start trouble. He loves being a troll. I said, if I go in there, it's going to cause a big argument, and it's going to ruin Lantern's show. Then I'll get more shit, you know, oh, you ruined Lantern's show. And I'm like, no, I'm not going to do that. Because I don't like drama. Two, I said, why would I give someone my energy if I don't like them? So it had nothing to do, Zach, with, oh, you're so afraid of me, Fierce. I'm like, I'm not actually afraid of you whatsoever, you know? So, yeah. Oh, God, now people's going to keep calling me. There we go. All right. I had to turn off my phone. But, yeah, that's very nice of you to say, though, Zach. Let's see here. Oh, yeah, Zach, I forgot to tell you. He was also making fun of... Larry the other night was making fun of all your impressions. Oh, we're so much better than Zach. I'm like, motherfucker, that's another lie. I'm like, you don't do any goddamn impressions, you stupid fuck. Zach's the impression guy. You don't do anything. So, Larry doesn't do one impression, so that was a big fat lie. I was like, I think working at casinos corrupted your fucking brain. You know? Anyway. So, yeah. Let's see here. Yeah, what's up, Triple? And Triple, the turkey is still on. Triple, I even uploaded some videos about the turkey. I will say this. Pixel and Dave told me I should, a long time ago, I should have uploaded more of those shorts. Those shorts are doing fantastic on my main channel. Not all of them, but some of them have reached 2,000 views, 1,000 views, and I'm like, holy shit. A lot of them get like at least 100 views or 200 views or 300. They're doing really good, so I will continue to upload more of my time lapses. I uploaded a bunch today. I uploaded a time lapse of my Halloween pumpkin. I uploaded some more of my TikTok responses to people. They're doing good. I will continue to do those. So yeah. Excuse me. Let's see here. Yeah, but good to see you. Good to see you, Triple. I'm trying to catch up here. I'm sorry. Let's see here. Triple says, hey, any hot dogs, Mr. Lantern? Yeah, but if you're going to eat a hot dog, you got to get a footlong, though. One of those ballpark Frank footlongs that me and my dad used to eat at the hockey game or at a St. Louis Cardinals game. They are fantastic. So whenever I go visit Sega, I said, at those hockey games, there's concessions, right? And he goes, yeah. I said, do they sell footlongs there? And he goes, I'm sure they do, Fierce. I went, great. I'm going to get a beer. I'm going to get a footlong. So, rocking and rolling. I would say that's an understatement, Bukiak. He says, we're a dysfunctional family. I mean, not really, though. Almost everybody gets along, right? Everybody gets along, except for a few troublemakers. And unfortunately, due to those troublemakers, they ruin it for everybody, you know? Because you guys know I'm a happy-go-lucky guy, and they paint me such a, Fierce is the worst horrible person ever, and I kill babies, and da-da-da-da-da. They make up all these lies about me. oh, fears will throw people off cliffs, and I fuck aliens, and I kill babies, and all this stupid bullshit. And I'm like, none of that shit is fucking true. It's ridiculous. So, yeah. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Anyway. I guess so, Liz. Liz says, that's right, boo. We put the fun in dysfunctional. I guess, yeah. All right, I'm all caught up. Let's see. I still got plenty of time because in Texas, it's 6:41. So I still got 2.5, 3 hours until Lantern goes live. So, yeah. Yeah. I guess nothing, boo, if the aliens would be hot. Like, all the aliens on Star Trek are pretty fucking hot. But that's one of the most weirdest thing a troll has said. I don't even know who started it. A long time ago, either Elsie or Pixel wrote me, or someone was like, Fears, I don't want to get you mad. And I was like, all right, come on. I said, what is it? I said, hit me with it. And he's like, I don't know who started it, Fears, but someone... Because I heard through the grapevine someone said you fuck aliens, and I was like, Jesus Christ. I'm like, I said, they're really getting desperate. I'm like, well, no, I don't fuck aliens. I'm like, they're getting desperate, though. But yeah. Oh, yeah, Dave. He says, Lantern will probably put ketchup in his belly button for the hot dogs. I wouldn't doubt it. Lantern loves a good belly button. Or he would take a hot dog, right, Dave? He'd take a hot dog, put some relish on it, mustard, ketchup, and try to fit the hot dog in the belly button. Either way. Either way. What's up, Tokes? All right, now that I've gotten rid of all that, now that I've gotten through all that bullshit, and I caught up with the chat, let's start the first topic, shall we? Oh, hang on. Where's my book? Where is it? Hang on. Ah! Where did I put my book? Oh, Lord. I don't know where I put it. Oh, there it is. I couldn't remember where I put the damn thing. All right. There we are. All right. Well, thank you for the 3 likes. I appreciate that. All right, here we go. All right, so I'm going to start with Apollo 13. Great movie. Based on a true story. Based on actual events. It's sad they never got to go to the moon, but Ron Howard did a great job directing it. Clint Howard, his brother, is in it. Fantastic movie. It's almost a perfect 10. I'm going to give it a 9.8 out of 10. So, Apollo 13. And they had gone to the moon a couple of times, and it was Jim Lovell's last flight. And something happened in the coolant system, caused a big explosion, and now their new mission was to get home and not die. So, yeah. So, yeah, I'm going to give it a 9.8 out of 10. I've always enjoyed films based on true events, because I think reality is a lot more better. Don't get me wrong, I like all the Hollywood bullshit that they make up. You know, Jaws and fucking Predator and Alien and shit. But I also like movies that are based on true story because I think real life is far more exciting. So, based on actual events. Love Tom Hanks as an actor. Great actor. So, Tom Hanks is one of my favorite actors. My favorite actor is probably, it would go Dan Aykroyd first, then Kurt Russell. We all know why. Dan Aykroyd, Kurt Russell, and then Tom Hanks. So third is one of my favorite actors. Let's see. My 2 favorite scenes, probably Probably Houston, we have a problem. That's probably my second favorite. That's where the thing the big explosion happens. They're like, oh shit, we got a problem here. And not only do we have a problem, we've got a big problem going on. So yeah. So Houston, we have a problem. Good quote. And then my favorite scene is probably when they have to build a filter because there's so much carbon dioxide leaking into the in the ship. It's causing the astronauts to get poisoned, and they have to make a filter to filter out all that carbon dioxide, and they have to build it with all the stuff that they can use in the ship. So Houston has to build it, and then they have to give Jim Lovell the instructions. So that's probably my favorite scene. So yeah, building the filter. I do recommend this. It is a fantastic film. It's so good. So I do recommend it. All right. Watch it. Enjoy it. All right. So let me catch up with the chat here. Chicken Wither says, I'm sorry, Kate, for what? Like and subscribe, folks. Well, thanks, Dave. And Bukaki says, I'm going to give it a big thumbs up. Well, thanks, buddy. I appreciate that. All right, next. Not your typical horror movie, but I thoroughly enjoyed it. It was good. Get Out. Get Out. And this guy, if you guys don't remember, he was in Billy Madison. Remember Visions? He plays the guy, I forgot his name. He's like, well, technically, he's like, just shut up. He goes, now, are you ready to hand over the company? And he's like, no. He's like, then I'll see your ass in court. That fucking guy. I forgot his name. He's like the business executive guy. Oh, Eric. His name is Eric. Eric. He's like, hey, Eric, how would you like to settle this? Mano y mano, man to man. And he's like, what does that mean? And then he looks at Carl, and Carl's like, I don't know. And he goes, it means an athletic decathlon. You and me, 10 events, one-on-one, me versus you. And he's like, you're joking, right? Eric was a bastard, you know what I'm saying? You know? But Billy Madison took him down, that little bastard. Hell yeah. Hey, here's a nice piece of shit. And then they throw the pickles on the window and shit. But Vision's the best line. Hey, Billy, who would you rather bang? Meg Ryan or Jack Nicholson? And then he actually fucking contemplates it. He's like, Meg Ryan. I'm sorry, he says, Jack Nicholson now or 1974? And then Norm Macdonald's like, 74. Meg Ryan. That's the best scene ever. The best scene. That scene's good, and then, hey, here's a nice piece of shit. You know, the old man comes out. That scene's pretty fucking hilarious. So, yeah. So, Get Out. I'm going to give it... It's not your typical horror movie. Technically, the only people that die in it is all the bad people. Like the entire... She dies, he dies, he dies. Chris kills the family that's doing horrible things to black people, you know? So, those are the only people that die, though, is the family. So, Chris gets revenge. He's like, fuck you guys. He goes, you guys are horrible, terrible people that you're doing all this crazy shit to black people, and what the fuck is the matter with you? And he kills all of them, and then they try to turn Chris into, basically what they're doing is they're fucking with black people's minds and turning them into mindless walking, kind of like an empty hollow shell, and they make black people like super, super, super like happy-go-lucky, and they're turning them basically into slaves, and they're selling them off to white people, and it's basically like, he's a doctor, and he basically like fucks, he fucks with the black people's minds, and turns them into kind of like a white person, and they say white people's responses, and they have them dress in white people's clothes, and then they sell them off. So, and they're like, oh, well, we've done this 1,000 times. well, we'll just sell Chris off. And Chris is like, listen, I'm not an idiot. I know what the fuck you're doing, and I'm going to take you guys down. And they're like, no, you're not. And he's like, oh, yeah, I am. So, yeah. I'm going to give it a, for not being your typical horror film, I enjoyed it immensely. I'm going to give it a solid 9.4 out of 10. Let's see. So, I'm going to write, not your typical horror film, but a good horror film. I enjoyed it immensely. Good horror. Good actors in it. Good actors. It was suspenseful. I really wasn't scared of it. It was suspenseful. It was a little creepy. So creepy. Suspenseful. A bit of a thriller. A bit of a thriller. A bit of a thriller. And it was funny in some parts. So they did have some jokes in it. So a bit of humor. Yo, what's up, BPM? Good to see you. I'll get to your comments in a second. A bit of a thriller and a bit humorous. It had comedic aspects in it. So, a bit humorous. Let's see. My second favorite scene is probably when he takes down the family. He takes a ball, like a croquet ball, smashes it up against the brothers, kills him, gets out, then he grabs some deer antlers, shoves the deer antlers like right here in this guy, right here, kills him. The mother, he stabs her, she goes down, and then the way the girl dies, a black guy grabs her gun and then shoots her, and so she's dead. So yeah. Good stuff. So taking down the family is probably my second favorite scene. So taking down the evil family. That's a good scene. My favorite scene, though, it's probably the most creepiest scene, is he's at this party and he has no idea. He thinks it's just because he has no idea that his girlfriend is involved with all this stuff. So she's playing him like a fool. The family's playing him like a fool. All these white people show up to this like kind of rich party, and he thinks it's just like, oh, it's just a party for me to, interact with, my girlfriend's family. And really, it's an auction. And she says, hey, Chris, let's go for a walk. As they go for a walk near this lake, it pans out with the dad, like doing this, like for $100. Let's start the bidding at $100. Oh, then it's up to $900, and he's doing that. And as he's doing that, it slowly pans back and pans back. Then it shows a picture of Chris, and it says for auction. And I'm like, oh shit! But it's a very slow pan. It reveals a lot of information. Then it shows all the white people sitting at this table. It looks like they're playing bingo because they hold up a bunch of bingo cards, but really, it's an auction because they're auctioning off black people, which is fucking terrible beyond belief. And you just find out a lot of information really quick, and they just keep panning it back and panning it back and panning it back. And then I see the picture of Chris, and he's all like, 900, and he points at the photo. And I'm like, oh shit, he's trying to sell him. I'm like, oh, okay, I know what the fuck's going on now. That's probably my favorite scene because it's so fucking creepy. So, definitely my favorite scene is the auction because it's that damn creepy. I'm like, oh, is that what they're fucking doing? Oh, shit. Like, shit's about to hit the fucking fan. And I'm like, god damn. So, the auction is probably without a doubt my favorite scene because it's so fucking creepy. I do recommend it. It's a good horror film. Definitely a good one to add to the collection. Absolutely. All right. I'll be right back. 2 minutes. I'm going to use the restroom. I'll catch up with the chat. 2 minutes. I'm back. I'm back. All right. Let me catch up on the chat here. Just put this off to the side here. Just catch up on the chat. Let's see. The last thing I read was Bukaki giving a thumbs up. BPM says, "Yo, what's up, Negroes? What's up, BPM? Good to see you." Let's see. BPM. I'm going to start a channel called No Context Fears. No, do not. Don't even go there, BPM. I explained the situation. I was not making fun of black people. Don't even go there. Don't go there, dude. Let's see here. Anyway, I remember liking that movie. Homeboy Parker Jackson did artwork for Jordan. It's a pretty cool video. Or a pretty cool movie, Pixel. Not Pixel. God, I'm tired. It's a pretty cool movie, Visions. Excuse me. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Because it's not your typical horror film. Because, again, you think it's all happy-go-lucky. They're like, "Oh, Chris, real nice to meet you. Chris. And then as soon as that auction happened, Visions, that's my favorite scene because it's so damn creepy and it freaked me the hell out. It kept panning out and panning out and panning out and panning out. And then it shows the picture of him and they're doing the auction. And I'm like, oh, fucking hell. That's what they're doing. I'm like, that's what these bastards are up to. I'm like, oh, shit. I'm like, damn. So, yeah. It was a cool movie. But as soon as that auction, I was like, oh, these little bastards. I'm like, they're up to no good. And it's so damn creepy. But it's a good movie. So, I agree, buddy. It's fantastic. If you haven't watched it in a while, Visions, watch it. I gave it a big thumbs up. All right. Let's see here. Because I started a little late, it's 8 o'clock now, so that means it's 7 in Texas. And Lantern usually goes live around 9 or 10, so I've got about an hour and a half. So, or technically I've got 2 hours. I don't know if I'll make it to these new trailers. I have to watch Predator, Killer of Killers, and then I forgot how you pronounce this. Busonia. Someone told me to watch that. And then Hider in the House was yours, Visions. So I'll get to them. I'll try to get to at least 1 or 2 today. If not, I'll get to it tomorrow. There it is. By the way, Walter said he's been so busy. He said, Fears, he felt bad. I said, Walter, don't worry about it. I said, it's the thought that counts. He goes, Fears, I am going to send you a birthday gift, but it's going to be kind of late. So it's birthday / Christmas. And I said, no worries, because I wrote him today. And I said, hey, man. I told the fans you're going to send something. He goes, don't worry, Fears. I'm sending something. It's going to be a little late because I work crazy fucking hours. And I said, no worries. I said, I understand. And oh, there he is. There's Walter. Walter, I was just telling everybody that I talked to you today, and I said, no worries. Send the fan mail when you can. And you said you're going to send it around December 1st. So kind of a birthday gift, kind of a Christmas gift. But thank you for sending it, buddy. So I was just giving them an update, Walter. That was perfect timing, buddy. You know, you showing up. So it'll be here. He said it'll either be after December 1st or hopefully by December 1st. So thanks a lot in advance, my friend. And if you want to send me some fan mail, which I always appreciate the fan mail, send it right here. Boom. Send it to Fears Vlogs or FearsMan26 or my name, Fears. 16745 CAGAN's Crossings Boulevard, STE 102B, PMB 40, Claremont, Florida 34714. You motherfuckers! That's right. All right. Well, howdy. He says, well, howdy, Mr. Lambie. All right, now. There it is. All right. Let's see what's next. I'm going to do what are the best Thanksgivings Fears has ever had. All right, here we go. I've got a couple of them, so I'll explain each one. So, best Thanksgivings I've ever had. Number one, the first one that comes to mind, it was the first Thanksgiving that I was away at school, in film school. My girlfriend at the time, her name was Amy. I met her in film school. I kind of wish Amy would have worked out. She was a very nice girl. She actually, we actually ended it because she lost her job and was having a hard time. I don't know why. She never told me why she lost her job, but she lost her job. And she's like, Fears, I don't have enough time for a relationship. Now I have to move back in with my mom until I can find a new job. And I was like, all right, well, I said, can we still talk? And she's like, we can still be friends. And then after film school, I lost track of her. So I wish her well. But at the time, she was my girlfriend, and she knew that because of school, I wouldn't be able to go home. And so she made a whole bunch of food, and she came over to my apartment in college, and she heated it all up, and it was me and her had a Thanksgiving dinner there. So that was cool. So that's one of my favorites. So Thanksgiving at college. That was a good one. Any Thanksgiving that I've had at my Aunt Donna's is fantastic. So I'm going to write those down. So any Thanksgiving at my Aunt Donna's. Because she is a really good cook. Let's see. Anytime that my mom has hosted Thanksgiving has been a fun one. And then, let's see here. Let's see here. Let me catch up with the chat here. The chat is going nuts tonight. I really do try to keep and read everyone's comment. If I forget to read something, I apologize, my friends. I really am. Walter says, yo. Mama Bear says, yo, Walter. Howdy, Walter. From Mr. Lantern. Lantern? You actually got a troll today. I had to block a fake Mr. Lampy. Who wants to fake a Mr. Lampy? There's only one Mr. Lampy, and it's Lantern. Like how there's always fake Fearses. I haven't had to block one in quite a while, but every once a year at least, I find a fake Fears. I'm like, listen, there's only one Fears man. The myth, the man, the legend. I am fucking Fears. There's only one of me. You know? Who wants a fake when you got the real thing right here? What's up, Walter? Good to see you. He says, hello, Liz. Hello, BPM. So, yeah. Let's see. Yeah. Let's see. No, I don't, Visions. I don't hate women at all. At all. I don't know where that came up. Another troll thing. But I don't hate women whatsoever. So, yeah. Anyway. Well, I timed you out, BPM, because I got sick and tired of people talking about Larry. But I didn't time you out for too long. All right, let's back to this. So, Thanksgiving in college, anytime my aunt hosts Thanksgiving, anytime my mom has hosted, probably the first time I went to Disney World for Thanksgiving, that was cool. I had a Thanksgiving meal at Disney, it was either a year ago or 2 years ago. You guys, I don't think you guys have seen it yet. I don't think. Maybe you have. I can't remember. I had dinner at a big restaurant. I forgot the name of the restaurant, and it was at Animal Kingdom. So dinner at Animal Kingdom, that was a lot of fun. So dinner at Animal Kingdom was fun. I'm going to write down probably this Thanksgiving, getting to hang out with my old buddy Randall. Randall invited me. I'm not putting words into Randall's mouth. Everyone's like, so Fierce, he celebrates holidays now. This is what Randy told me. Direct quote, he goes, Fierce, he goes, I'm not so sure about, believing in God anymore. He hasn't done a lot for me. I'm not trying to put words in his mouth. So I said, so you're not a Jehovah's Witness anymore? He's like, well, I'm taking a break. So that's why he's celebrating all the holidays. Randall didn't give me too much details because I respect Randall as a human being. I respect Randall as a friend. He's been one of my best friends for years. So maybe ask him the next time you see him in a live stream on my show. Ask him, you know. He didn't really give me a defined reason. So I'm going to put down this Thanksgiving probably because I get to hang out with him. We have not hung out, me and Randall. Randall's been so busy taking care of his mom and working on stuff because his mom had a stroke whenever Sega was in town. And I felt so bad. Sega understood. He's like, oh, Fears, I really wanted to hang out with Randall because as much as me and Sega are friends, Sega loves Randall's videos. He goes, dude, I'm a big fan. Can we go up there? I was like, Sega, anytime. I said, if his mom didn't have a stroke, Sega, I said, I would have drove you up there, buddy. So I said, you got to understand. I said, Randall's got to take care of his mom. And he's like, yeah, I get it, Fears. So I wish Sega could have got to meet him face to face. I said, Sega, the next time you come to visit, I promise Randall will hang out with you, buddy. So I'm going to put that one down. Dinner with Randall. Because I already know that one's going to be a good one. And then, let's see, what's another good one? Those are pretty good. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. Those are 5 good ones. I'm going to stick with that. So, yeah. Let's see here. Let's see. Fangirl Kate says, I think the hating women thing comes from you calling Jen a freak. Well, again, I feel bad, Kate. I got really pissed off at her. I'm not condoning my actions. I shouldn't have said that. She was trolling me for no reason. I don't even know the woman. You know? I don't know her. So, but again, I shouldn't have said that. I should have just dropped it. I should have just ignored her. Again, this got me in trouble again. You know? So, yeah, I called her a freak. I shouldn't have done it. I regret doing it because now I'm not going to be, now I'll have to hear about it for the next 6 to 8 months, I guarantee you. So, do I regret it? Yeah. But I don't hate women, Kate. You know? Like Larry said, like, oh, he's blocking everybody. I was like, if that was the case, I would have blocked Kate and Liz a long time ago. And I said, I'm not going to do that because I don't hate women. I respect women. I like women, you know? So, yeah. Let's see. I asked a super liberal girl the other day about, I guess you're saying traditional wives, and she said she'd love to do that. Took me by surprise. I think most women want to do that, Visions. Most women want to have children, find a man, get married, start a family. Some women work and handle, you know, taking care of the kids and all that while the guys are out working and all that. So, yeah. That's what most people want. That's what I want. I'd love to find Mrs. Fears and start a family and all that good stuff. Find a better job because I'm sick of grab a box, scan it, load it into the truck. Or hey, Fears, unload it out of the truck and unscan it out of the system and give it to the driver and put it in the driver's truck and shake the driver's hand and try by, see you later. Rad. So, yeah. Anyway. Oh, I knew that was coming, Bukaki. Fears, did you get to eat any exotic animals? No. Just while I was filming around the Magic Kingdom, maybe I have uploaded that. Maybe you guys have seen that one. I don't remember. I'll have to look and see if I've uploaded that Thanksgiving. Half the day, Bukaki, I rode some rides and I got some footage at Disney. And then I reserved, they said, you can either order off the normal menu, they said, or they said because it's Thanksgiving, we've got all the traditional Thanksgiving food. And I said, give me the traditional Thanksgiving stuff. So I ate, you know, ham, turkey, mashed potatoes. And then, because I'm lactose intolerant, they brought me some lactose-free cookies. They were good. They were fantastic. So, yeah. So, yep. So, yeah. Well, that's what he told me, Liz. Liz says, on a break from God, so brave. I wish Randall wouldn't, because I want good things for Randall, because he's my friend and I love him like a brother, and I want Randall to go to heaven. Why, I don't wish anything bad on Randall. I hate that he's either given up on God or he's taken a break. I don't know what's going on. He didn't give me. I wish he would have gave me more information, Liz, is what I'm trying to say, but he didn't. So yeah. Let's see. I'm taking a vocal break, Kate. From what, Visions? From what? But we'll try and gather women's for fears. Oh, there we go. Because I need a woman. I've tried to find a woman. It's hard out there. The only thing I haven't done, I'm so nervous to do it, is that Sega even did it. So Sega's branded me. I just wouldn't want to invest all that money and then do that speed dating. And then they're like, all right, well, thanks for a good time. And then I didn't get one number or one girl or nothing. It'd be a waste of time. But at this point, I'm willing to try anything because I haven't done that yet. But I've tried multiple dating sites. And I'm old-fashioned. Dating sites, you get some nice girls on there, and then you get... Remember I told you about the BMW girl, Visions? She starts off nice. Hi, my name's... I'm not going to say her name. My name's such and such. Oh, hi, I'm John. Very nice to meet you. Hey, tell me about you. Oh, I'm into this. I'm into that. And then she's like, oh, I see you like coffee. I'm like, oh, I love coffee. I'm like, would you like to get some? Oh, I'd love some. And then all of a sudden, it goes from nice to, can I ask you a few questions? And I'm like, yeah. Are you rich? And I'm like, my family is. I'm not. Do you own a BMW? No. Oh, well, then I can't date you. Unless you have a BMW, then, I won't even talk to you if you don't have a BMW. And I was like, well, looks like we're going to have to end the conversation because I don't own a BMW. I'm like, I like the silver tongue devil Fearsmobile. And that's the last I heard of her. So unless you have a BMW out there. So you get some nice girls on those dating sites, and you get some batshit crazy ones. So there it is. There it is. I don't know what the hell's going on. So yeah. I only host shop at farmers. Damn! Oh my god. That was pretty funny, BPM. I'll give you that. That was pretty funny. So what are you taking a break from, Visions? I don't know what you're on about. LOL. Lactose is of the devil. I know. I could have well, since that surgery, I could have a little bit, but not a lot. So, yeah. Let's see. Real women know to ask if he owns a truck. She was hard on. You got a BMW? And I was like, no, I don't. Oh, well, fuck you then. I'm like, okay, well, fuck you too then. Yeah, say you have a dump truck or a semi. There you go, buddy. I will. Yeah, I've got a big-ass truck. I've got a big rig. No, I couldn't do that because that would be a lie because I don't have a truck. I've got the Fearsmobile. So, yeah. But that was one of the most weirdest interactions because it was like 20 minutes of, oh, hi, how you doing? I'm into this. Oh, I'd love to get a cup of coffee. And I was like, well, where? She's like, oh, just pick a coffee shop. I was like, okay, great, awesome. Do you mind if I ask you a couple questions? And I'm like, yeah, sure. Are you rich? Right off the bat, I was like, no. Oh, okay. Do you have a BMW? No. Well, then fuck you then. I'm like, okay, fuck you too then, It was really fucking weird. Not kidding. All right, let's continue on. So I wrote down about 5 or 6 good Thanksgivings. Let me know in the chat. What's been your guys' favorite Thanksgiving? Put it in the chat. Let me know. So, yeah. I gotta say, Visions, probably one of your best ones is when you brought over those McDoubles. And your uncle was bitching and moaning. I will take some McDoubles or some BK Lounge on Thanksgiving any day. Any day. You start off as an appetizer, you know what I'm saying? Be like, hey, Mom, when's the turkey done? Oh, it'll be done in about a half an hour. All right, I'm going to eat some lounge real quick. Little lounge for an appetizer. Bam, right into the turkey, right? So I don't know why your uncle was bitching and moaning. If you would have gave me some McDoubles, I would have been like, hell fucking yeah. Anyway. Everybody tell me one of your favorite Thanksgiving dinners. Let me know. So yeah. I guarantee you if you got a truck, you'd pick up more girls. So, let's see. Oh, okay. All right. Exactly. See? You're preaching to the choir, Bukaki. You use the McDoubles or the BK Lounge as an appetizer. Then you shout out to Mom, hey, Helen, when's the turkey ready? Because my mom's name is Helen. I never call her that. I always say, Mom, when's the turkey? Give me 30 minutes, John. All right. Sounds good, Mom. You're the best. I'm going to start with some McDoubles as a little appetizer. Little McDoubles, a little salad. Bam! Right into the turkey. Mashed potatoes and gravy. You know, a little cranberry sauce. Ring any bells? There you are. No, that's what the gay crippled guy told me. No, wait, hang on. I remember you saying your uncle, I'm sorry, you brought over McDoubles and your uncle was bitching and moaning, right? So yeah. I think, right? I could be getting the story wrong. I think. No, that's not true. My mom is not a handbasket. Don't even go there, Bukaki. My mom is a sweetheart. Don't even go there, dude. She is a sweetheart, my mom. She's fantastic. But yeah. Handbasket. What in the hell are you on about? Anyway, everybody put in your favorite Thanksgiving. Just give me one good Thanksgiving memory. Write it in the chat. I was responding to BPM. Oh, okay, I got you. He said a whole... Oh, I got you. But yeah. Because I was like, hang on. I'm like, you brought it. You brought, like you said, I can't remember how many McDoubles, because I don't want trolls going, you lied, Fears. He didn't say that. I don't remember how many McDoubles you brought. I just remember the story. You brought a bunch, and then your uncle was bitching and moaning. I was like, why the fuck are you bitching and moaning, you know? So, yeah. That is a good memory, Tina. I like that one. Spending time with family and friends on Thanksgiving. That's a good one, Tina. That's a good one. I was asking for a little bit more precise, but in general, that's a good one, too. So, yeah. All right, moving on. Let's see. What else? What else? Well, yeah, because she's my mom, BPM. I don't want anyone making fun of my mom, because she's my mom. All right. I think I'm going to end it with some more famous stories. And I'll watch one of those trailers. So I will get to the Thanksgiving tips tomorrow, my friends, because it's already 8:21. So in Lantern's time, it's 7:21. And he said he has to check. I asked Lantern, said, do you have any stream time left? Because that guy is a stream-aholic. So he said he has to check. He has to check. So I guarantee you, if he doesn't have enough, then Banjo or Yakov or someone will stream or will host for him. All right. So yeah. All right. So let's see. Which trailer should I watch? I'm gonna watch the one that you suggest. Visions. I'm gonna save Predator, Killer of Killers for tomorrow. Hider in the House. So let me see if I can find that one. So I'll watch that one. And then we'll end with some celebrity stories, because I've got a bunch of them, because I've met so many people. All right, so Hider in the House. Because you said that Black Christmas kind of reminded you of that movie Visions, because I was like, that guy hides in the fucking attic. You don't really see the killer. You don't even find out why in Black Christmas. He's just this psycho crazed maniac, like, I don't like these sorority sisters. I'm going to climb up the side of the house, hide in the attic, occasionally come down, kill people, hide back in the attic. And I'm just like, okay. So, Hider in the House. Here we go. The House trailer. We'll see if this makes the list. Oh, Gary Busey's in this. Nice. I really liked Gary Busey in, I liked him in Predator 2. Whatever that movie that my dad liked with Gary Busey and Wesley Snipes and they're jumping out of airplanes. I actually bought it. It's over here. I forgot what it's called. What is it called? Oh, where is it? Hang on. Oh, Drop Zone. Drop Zone. My dad loved Gary Busey and Wesley Snipes in Drop Zone. That's a good one. He was in Silver Bullet. He was in, that movie with Chris Farley and David Spade. He plays the crazy army guy. What the fuck is that movie? He's like, you're in my territory, soldier. What the hell are you doing here in my perimeter? And he's like, sir, I just want to get the car. And he's like, is that it? The car? And then he starts laughing like a psychomaniac. And then he's like, here's the keys. Here's my goddamn apology. And just blows the shit out of the car. I don't remember what the fuck is that movie? That's one of my favorite ones, Visions. He's like this crazy military guy. And he's like, is that all for the car? He's like, yeah. And he's like, and he starts laughing. He's like, why didn't you say so? He's like, here's the keys. Here's my damn apology. And he takes the gun, just blows the shit out of the fucking car. Like 1,000,000 bullets in his rental car. And then he's like, I have the authority to kill you on sight. And da-da-da-da-da. And then he fights with Chris Farley. He's like, nice moves. Where'd you learn them? And he goes, I got every Bruce Lee movie on Laserdisc. And all this other shit. That movie, fucking Black Sheep. That's what it is. Thank you, BPM. Love Gary Busey in that. Some crazed war hero. He's like, I've been in 3 wars. I'll take all you fuckers down. Like, he's like fucking crazy in that movie. But that's good. Yep, that's a good one, Chicken Wizard. He's in Point Break with Keanu Reeves. I love that. Remember when Fears had not watched that, and you're like, Fears. Everyone was like, you guys got to watch it. You have to watch it. I watched it. I love that movie. Big thumbs up on that movie. Hell yeah. Oh, yeah. Anyway. I'll get back to the chat in a minute. Let's watch Hider in the House. Here we go. 1989. I don't know if it's a horror movie. The thumbnail is a woman. She's sleeping, and he pulls back the curtain, and he's outside. I'm sorry, the curtain is pulled back, and he has his hand on the glass, and he's kind of looking in. It's either a horror movie or it's a psychological thriller, so let's have a watch. Let's have a gander. Here we go. All right, creepy music. Oh man, this is creepy. There's no one in this house. And there's nothing in this house, and then there's this lady in the attic. I guess she bought it. I guess. And she's walking around in the attic, kind of like feeling it out.
Julie?
I'm up here.
Oh my god, that guy out of, what's his name? The guy out of Short Circuit 2, the guy that plays Frank, the guy out of Clue. He's in this movie, and he's off SNL. All right. Well, already with him in it, because I like that guy. His name is Michael something. We're already, because that guy's a great actor. We're already for him. We're at an 8 out of 10 already.
How you doing? Isn't that fun?
You love it.
Yes, I love it. Neil? Well, don't know why you.
There's gratitude for you.
Why do we have to move here anyway? Oh, sure.
What do we do at dinner?
How about pizza?
Well, I know something's about to happen, Visions, because they look like the typical American family, Midwestern home. Everything's happy-go-lucky, but the creepy music, something's about to fucking happen. I don't know what, but it just seems all too happy. Typical Midwestern home, typical American family. creepy music in the background. Something's about to fucking happen. I don't know what, but let's find out.
Okay, I got this.
Gary Busey's in jail.
No violent smells in a long time. Is that because you feel safe? Open up that door, Tom. Get that now.
I felt it on the plate.
Uh-oh. Here we go.
What about these marks in your arm?
I don't know.
So Gary Busey was in a state hospital, and then he's in jail. So he's definitely going to be the bad guy. So something's about to happen.
I'm sorry. Oh, God, okay. I'm sorry. No. I don't know, I just get a really bad feeling about the guy. For one thing, he's considerably more paranoid today.
Dr. Gordon, unless we have evidence that he's a danger to himself or to others, we can't hold him.
Tom Sykes desperately wants a new life. He found the Dryers to be the perfect family.
Oh, here we go.
Now, he'll do anything to become one of them.
So he's kind of a stalker. So he gets out of the mental institution. He's trying to build his life. And then he's like, oh, I'll just take over this family. All right. I knew something was going to happen. I was like, this is just too perfect of an American family. Now he's on the roof, Visions, trying to, like, sneak in. Oh, shit. So far, so good. We're at a 8.9 out of 10 on this trailer so far.
He's up there. Planning. Watching. Waiting. Vestron Pictures presents Hider in the house. How can they lock him out when he's already inside?
I don't think it's a horror movie. It looks more like a psychological thriller. It definitely has sparked my interest. I'm going to give it a solid. That trailer, I'm going to give it a solid 9.2 out of 10. So I'm going to add it to the list, Visions. I'm going to add it. It looks pretty good. So let me cross it off of this list. So let's see. Let me cross off. I've watched Weapons. I watched Terror Train, which I added to the list. I watched Tank Girl, added it to the list. I watched Frankenstein. That hasn't even came out yet, but when it does, I enjoy it, and I'll add it to the list when it comes out. I definitely added Double Trouble. That one was hilarious, buddy. Like, he's like, what? We're twins? Dude, what happened? And like, they got these fucking flowing mullets, like, flapping in the wind, pulling out guns, shooting a bunch of people, going fucking nuts, and I'm like, this looks hilarious. So the only ones I have to watch tomorrow is Alien Earth, because Bukaki asked me last night, Fears, have you watched that yet? I'm like, not yet, so I gotta watch Alien Earth tomorrow. Let's see, I already watched Predator Badlands. Can't wait to see that. And then James asked me to watch the new Super Mario Galaxy movie. I liked it, I just didn't like, they're trying to turn Bowser, the ultimate villain, or one of the ultimate villains in a video game, into a good guy. I'm like, get the hell out of here. He's always a bad guy. Bowser, when I was growing up as a kid, he always will be a bad guy. For all time, he'll be a bad guy. So don't turn him into a good guy, because he's not a good guy. Anyway. But the rest of it I enjoyed. So the only ones I need to watch... Oh, I watched Barbarian. So the only ones I have to watch tomorrow is three trailers tomorrow. All right. And then let me scratch off Hider in the Woods. I mean, Hider in the House, excuse me. I'm getting tired. That's the sequel, Hider in the Woods. Let me turn on my phone. And I'm going to put it on the list. And then we'll get to our last topic. And, oh yeah. Oh yeah. But that's a good watch. I'll get back to the chat in a minute. Let me add it to the list. But very psychological thriller, Visions. I definitely liked it. That's a good one. It's a good one. I'm going to add it to the list. Give me a second here. So let me go to my notes. It's so much easier doing a digital list than that paper one. So as soon as I buy everything off this paper list and check everything off, I'm going to throw this away and just work on this one. So yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. I already put Frankenstein on the list. I just looked at it. It's already on the list. My bad. Okay, so let's see. When was this made? Hider. In the House. 1989. Ooh, classic 80s. There we go. I enjoyed that trailer. It's suspenseful. I wouldn't classify it a horror movie. It's more like a psychological thriller. But it looked good. I gave it a big thumbs up. All right. I'm going to catch up on the chat, and then I'm going to pull up my Facebook and tell you guys some more celebrity stories, because you guys always enjoy those. And then I'm going to call it a night, and then Lantern will do his show 9 or 10 whenever he does it. All right, let me catch up with the chat here. Let's see, what was the last thing I read? The last thing I read, let's see here. Let's see. BPM says understandable. Yeah, I don't want anyone making fun of my mom, so it's good that you understand. Vivian says, one time when I was like 7, I ate 4 helpings of mashed potatoes while the ladies weren't cooking, and we almost didn't have enough for the family afterward. That's a good Thanksgiving, though. That means that you were enjoying the food, Visions. I'm sure your mom would have made some. I don't think she would have got mad at you. I mean, I don't know your mom, but if I would have did that, my mom would have just been like, oh, I'll just make some more, John. And I'm like, hey, thanks, Mom. So, yeah. BPM says, Visions? Now, that's a good Thanksgiving story. That is. It's funny, but you were enjoying the food. So, there you go. Let's see. Liz says, one Thanksgiving, after the dinner, the family movie was Schindler's List. It was usually something Christmas, so I don't know. Yeah, I've done both, Liz. Like, I watched a lot of Planes, Trains, and Automobiles after the dinner. Sometimes we'd watch some Christmas movie. We would jump back and forth. So, yeah. And I still haven't watched that yet. I need to watch Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. So, it's right down here. I got the Steelbook. You know what? I'm going to watch that tonight. I'm going to watch it tonight. Hang on. Where is it? There it is. So I'm going to watch Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. Great Thanksgiving movie tonight. And then I'm going to pick something else. What else? Let's see. What else? You know what? Since I was talking so much about Gary Busey, I'm going to watch. It's right down here. Hang on, let me grab it. He's definitely in. There he is, Gary Busey. Drop Zone. My dad loved this movie, so, hey, Dad, I'm going to watch it. Hell yeah. So, my dad liked Wesley Snipes. He liked all the action hero guys, you know. My dad really wasn't into horror. He liked comedy, action, sci-fi, and then he watched all the, oh, I love you, honey, type of movies from my mom, you know. Because when you're married, you got to sit through all the lovey-dovey stuff. For the ladies. Because they always sit through, ladies, I'm backing you up on this, Kate. You'll sit through all the Rambo and blow me up stuff, you know, for the guys. And all the Rambo and I'm going to kill you and all that other crazy shit. So at least the guys have to sit through all the lovey-dovey stuff. Oh, please marry me. Okay, Jane, I will. You know, oh, I love you. All that stuff. So it's kind of our responsibility. So I'm going to watch a little Gary Busey, a little Drop Zone tonight, and then a little Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. Those are the 2 watches for tonight, my friends. What's up, Slimer? There we are. All right. Well, don't move. Don't fall off. All right. Let's see here. We thought our uncle had lost his mind. I guess so, Liz. Let's see here. let's see. We usually watch Schindler's List before the meal. It's all that starvation makes me so hungry. There's a lot of starvation in that movie. I have seen that, Bukaki, but it's been a while. It's been a minute. It's been a minute since I've seen that. So yeah. Oh wow, the full movie is on YouTube. Don't even have to buy it on Blu-ray. There you go. There you go. Schindler's List is a good one. That's right, Visions. Black Sheep. I couldn't think of that movie for the death of me, man. I knew it's one of the funniest scenes. He's like, "What the hell are you doing in my perimeter, soldier?" He's like, "Sir, all I did is I just came for an apology and the keys to my rental car, please." He's like, and he does that Gary Busey look like, "That's it?" And then he starts laughing like, all that shit. "Why didn't you say so?" And he's like, "Here's the keys. Here's my damn apology." Bam, 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 bam. Shoots the shit out of the fucking rental car. And I'm like, well, that's the end of that. Your rental car is fucked. It's one of the greatest scenes out of the whole movie. I should watch Black Sheep again because Gary Busey was fantastic in that. I got all the Bruce Lee movies on Laserdisc. Hell yeah. That's some good shit. Point Break Rules. Yeah, that's another good one. I would be scared if Busey hides in my house. It looked like he was going out of his mind, Chicken Wizard. I actually cannot wait to watch that movie. It looks good. So yeah. Vision says it kind of looks like the Home Alone house. A little bit, Visions, but I'll be honest. That's in Chicago. I know it looks like it, and then the Home Alone house is actually 10 times bigger than that house, and it's got a bunch of red and black bricks on the front of the house. If you look at the Home Alone house, the thing is, I don't know if it's a mansion, but it's almost a mansion. I mean, that fucker is huge. And I think they picked that house deliberately because they needed a bunch of areas to put the traps down and have the robbers go through, not every single room, but almost every single room. So yeah, it's a pretty big house. So yeah. Let's see it. Busey appears and smiles big. Yeah, well, I'm watching it, and he's looking through the window, and he's like basically stalking this family. And he looks through the window right when the trailer's like, oh, he found the ultimate family, and he's like kind of smiling in that crazy smile that only Gary Busey can do. And I'm just like, oh shit, shit's about to hit the fan. So yeah, it's pouring in California. Oh, okay. Let's see. I wouldn't say Hider in the House is amazing or anything, but we're talking about Busey, so I thought I'd mention it. It's free on YouTube. I mean, I'm just going by the trailer Visions. I mean, I know not every movie is a winner, but it's definitely not a horror movie, but it definitely got my curiosity a sparking because I was like, what the hell is he doing? Like, they say he's sane, and then, you know, he's on the roof, and he's creeping through the fucking window, the lady's getting undressed, then he creeps into the fucking attic and shit, and I'm like, so it's not a horror movie, I would say it's a psychological thriller, but my interest is piqued, so I'll definitely put it on the list. I'll definitely give it a gander, you know? So, yeah. The Midnight Meat Train is worth a watch. All right, hang on, Bukaki. Let me write that one down. I'll watch that one tomorrow. So, Midnight Meat. All right, I got it. All right, sounds good. Let's see. The crazy guy who killed his weed dealer and buried him in the basement. Damn. Yo, what's up, Joey? I'm almost. Where you been? I'm almost done with the show, my man. Let's see. Oh, I think I saw some videos about that a few years back. That's wild. Sounds wild. Let's see. Yeah, that must have been what I watched. Hell yeah. Let's see. Just chill the house. Oh, Lord. You guys are going nuts in the chat. That's one of Jeremy's moves. Oh, shit. Is based on a Clive Barker story, the same guy who came up with Hellraiser. Okay. Because, I don't know, Bukaki, is Hellraiser... Ugh. I just wasn't feeling it. The first one's okay. The second one I slept through, and I've never progressed after the second one, but maybe I'll give Hellraiser another go one day. I'm not afraid of it. It just... I kind of slept all the way through it, and I was like, yeah, whatever. He's got pins in his hand, and he's got this demon box, and I'm like, okay, yeah, right on. I just wasn't feeling it. Joey says, fears I was at the gym. Well, that's important. I'm going to hit the gym tomorrow, Joey, and possibly Sunday. I got to hit the gym at least one more, because I've had 2 workouts this week, and I always say I try to get at least 3 workouts in every single week, but... I'm going to try and do one tomorrow, and I'm going to try to do one after church on Sunday. So, yeah. Isn't Bradley Cooper in that one? Yes, he is, y'all. Let's see. They used to call Cobra's ex-demon. Oh, they used to call Cobra's ex-demon box. She was, Visions. I mean, I never even met her. But what you told is like, oh, man, Fears. Josh said, hey, fuck you. I'm done with you. So, he dumps the bitch, right? And I don't mean to call her a bitch, but she sounds like a bitch. And I don't think you guys mind. So she sounds like a bitch, so Josh dumped her, and I'm just going by what Visions told me. Then Visions made that funny shirt. The shirt was not even that bad. She's like, fuck you, Visions, I'm gonna fucking sue you. I'll sue your ass. He told me that. And I'm like, damn, she sounds fucking crazy. Then she was always trying to get back with Josh. I remember you telling me that. Josh was like, I don't want anything to do with you. Leave me the fuck alone. And she wouldn't leave him alone. So, I don't know the whole story, but that's what you told me. And I was like, she sounds nuts. She sounds crazy. So, I'm just going by what you said. But, Demon Box, yeah. Yeah, that's about right. That's about right. That looks about right. Let's see. Joey says, the watch says I burned 1,100 calories. Oh, nice, buddy. Joey, I forgot to download. What was that one you wanted me to download? Is it Step Burner? Or Calorie? What is it? What is it? What was that app you told me? I need to write it down. Because you know I'll forget. I need to write it on the back. What's that app called again, Joey? Because whenever I'm on a live and I'm going for my walks, you know, because I like to switch up my workouts. If I'm not in the gym, like the other day, I went for a walk around my property. I need to find out how many steps and how many calories I burn when I go for my walks. So, Joey, what's that? I forgot what the hell it was called. I'm trying to think of it. If it smells like a Dave's Double, the devil has her. Dave's Double. I don't know what you're on about. I don't know what you're on about. I'll have to go back and watch that stream, Joey, because I can't remember it. Step Burner? Something. I can't remember what the fuck it was called. There's got to be a bunch of calorie apps that I can download. Because normally, when I run it on the treadmill in the gym, it says, you burned this amount of calories, right? So there's that. But whenever I'm walking, I don't have an Apple Watch. I just need to, like, have an app and turn it on and then start walking and then check my app and be like, because I only get apps on my, you know how, like, some people have their cell phone filled to the brim with shitloads of apps? That's not my style. I only download an app if I fucking need it. That's what it is. Thank you, Joey. Step Tracker. That's what it is. I knew it was Step Burner, Step Calorie, something. Step Tracker. There we go. Thank you, my friend. Step Tracker. I'm going to download it tonight because I don't have to go to work tonight. I can just chill, hang out with Lantern. I will be on your show later. I'm going to edit for a little while. I need to get a shower. I need to eat dinner. I haven't had dinner yet. So I'm thinking, I think I'm going to make another chicken salad tonight. So I'm going to cut up some chicken tenders, throw it in with some salad. I think a chicken salad tonight. I think that's what I'm going to go for. All right, Step Tracker. I got it. All right. Whew. There it is. There we go. All right. I'm going to end with some celebrity stories. Here, let me open up my Facebook. Fears you should train for a 5K. Well, I've actually ran one with my dad a long time ago, okay, and it was fun. I got like a little medal. It was a lot of fun. It was me, my dad, my brother, my dad's best friend, and then my dad's best friend's kids, which he had 2 kids. So it was me, my brother, and then that guy's 2 kids, my dad and my dad's best friend. We all ran in a 5K in O'Fallon, Missouri. A long time ago, like in the 90s. I don't even remember what year, but I remember we did it. I've still got the medal somewhere. It's in a box somewhere in Missouri, but yeah. That was fun to run in a marathon with my dad. That was pretty fun. All right, let me open up my Facebook. Let me go to my my celebrity album. And I've got all my autographs in there too. So there's a lot in there because I've met a lot of celebrities. So far, I've uploaded 396 pictures in that. I wrote the autographs and famous people I've met. So yeah, there's a lot in there. All right, see, where did I leave off? Let me scroll down. I left off. Let's see. I told you guys how I met Kane Hodder, how I met Tony Todd. Kane Hodder choked the shit. I mean, the last one I remember is meeting Rocco from the Boondock Saints, and me and him, we got a photo, and we're flicking each other off like this. Then I'm with Sean Patrick Flannery, got a photo with him. He's in one of my vlogs. The next guy I met, Terry Alexander. He plays the black helicopter pilot out of Day of the Dead. That guy was so nice. He was at one of my buddy Dave's old contamination convention. I walked up to him. I said, I love Day of the Dead. And he was like, what's your favorite scene? I said, well, I'll tell you. I said, but I'll tell you my favorite scene. I said, can I interview you for my YouTube channel? He's like, yeah. He's like, go nuts, Fears. And I asked him a bunch of questions about his character. And I told him in the interview what my favorite one. Nicest guy ever. He gave me an autograph. I got a photo with him. And he gave me an interview. And if you want to see that interview, it's on the main channel somewhere. You have to go back into the archives, but it's in there. That guy was so nice. So nice. I haven't met him yet, Joey. Whenever I was a kid, I wrote to Adam Sandler back in the day, had a fan club. And I wrote to him and said, oh, I love your movies. Like, could you send me and he sent me an autograph. So I have the autograph. It's back in Missouri. And the autograph, I took a photo of it. It's on my Facebook. So I never met him. But I wrote to him, and he sent me an autograph. So I'd love to meet him, Joey. Because Adam Sandler is the shit. I mean, Happy Gilmore, hello. Like, you like that, old man? You want a piece of me? And then Bob Barker's like, I don't want a piece of you. I want the whole thing. And he fucking, like, hits him right in the fucking chest. And let the battle royale begin. Bob Barker kicks the shit out of him. And then he's like, I think you've had enough. No, now you've had enough. And then he walks, and then he turns, bitch, and then walks away. Awesome. Awesome. All right, next. Let's see, who else? I met the guy, I forgot his name. I met the guy that played Billy the Kid out of Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. Also, he was in the first Tron. That guy gave me an interview at Dave's Contamination. Dan Soar's autograph. And then I wrote on Facebook, he's most remembered from playing Billy the Kid out of Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, also in Tron. He was a nice guy. He gave me an interview. Super nice guy. I already told you guys about how I met Ron Jeremy. That guy, he was hilarious. And we had dinner together, and that's on my channel, and all he was talking about was weed, dick, fart, and pussy jokes, and I about fucking lost my mind. I was laughing hysterically. I could barely eat. I got to interview Ari, the very first Jason. Got a photo with him, got an autograph, and the autograph says, Fears, Jason Never Dies, from Ari, Jason number 1. That was cool. So, I don't know if Pixel has met Ari. I'm so jealous that Pixel got to meet Nick Castle, the myth, the man, the legend, the very first Michael Myers. So one day, Pixel, I will meet Nick Castle. And he's a great director. Nick Castle's a great director and a good actor. All right. Next, I met John Shea. He's been in a lot. He played Lex Luthor in Lois and Clark: The New Adventures of Superman. He played Lex Luthor. He was also in Honey, I Blew Up the Kid. He played like the evil scientist. He was nice. He didn't give me an interview, but he allowed me to film our interaction. I got an autograph. I asked a couple of questions. One of my buddies helped me film his interaction, and I met him at Wizard World Comic-Con. That was awesome. He was such a nice guy. Very, 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 very nice guy. I got 3 pictures with him, because I uploaded 3 pictures on my Facebook, and then I took a picture of the autograph, and the autograph says, 2 fears, much love, I think he said, and then he wrote John Shea. His cursive's kind of hard to read, but I took the photo. He said, which one do you want? And I grabbed the photo of him as Lex Luthor. He's sitting in his chair, and he's got a fire in the background. He's got a cigar, and he's got his champagne in one hand, and it's one of my favorite scenes as him as Lex Luthor in Lois and Clark. So that was a good fan interaction. And last but certainly not least, I got to meet Henry Winkler, the Fonz. Hey! At Wizard World Comic-Con. Got a photo. Got an autograph. He let me do an interview with him. That's on the main channel. He was the nicest guy. And in the video, you'll hear me say, my favorite scene out of The Water Boy is when you tell Bobby Boucher to, like, you got to defend yourself, Bobby, and then he's like, I am not telling you to go on a shooting rampage, Bobby, but you got to defend yourself. And he goes, oh, you like that? So that's my favorite scene. He's like, you're all like happy-go-lucky, coach, and you're like, hey, I'm not telling you to go on a shooting rampage. You know, that's one of the greatest lines out of that fucking movie. And I remember him saying something like, I'm glad you enjoyed it, or something like that. Nicest guy ever. Video, autograph, picture, fantastic guy. So yeah. All right, I think that's a good place to stop, my friends. I'll catch up with the chat, and then I'm going to skedaddle on out of here. So, yeah. All right, let me catch up with the chat here. And I'm going to catch up, and you guys get ready for Lantern's show. And I'm sorry about all the Larry shit. I really wish he would stop and move on. So, I'm going to do my best to ignore him. But, man, was he lying today, saying that I wished death upon him. And I'm like, that didn't happen in a million years. I said, I did say, fuck you. Absolutely, I told him, fuck you. Because on the phone, he was like, well, fuck you. I'm like, well, fuck you. But I never told him to kill himself or to die or whatever the hell he said. Anyway. Let's see here. So where did I leave off? I left off. Let's see. I don't have garbage in my house. Don't even go there, Bukaki. Oh, people are going nuts in the chat. Oh, Vision said the L word. Well, I don't care. If one slips out, then it's all right. Let's see. Kate says, I love lovey-dovey horror films. Well, that's good. That's good. I spit on your grave is good for... I spit on your grave? Have I seen that? I spit on your grave. Random title. I don't think I've seen that. Well, let me write that one down. I spit on your grave. What a... Let me ask you guys, is it good? Chicken Wizard, is it good? Because I've heard of it. I've heard you say that. I don't think I've seen that trailer yet. And Chicken Wizard, when we were hanging out, I think you said there's a lot of them, right? If memory serves me right. I don't think I've seen that trailer. I spit on your grave. Or if I have seen it, it's been a while and I've forgotten about it. So I don't think that's on the list. So I'm going to put it down on the trailer watch. I spit on your grave. Okay, I got it. There we are. Sounds hilarious. Let's see here. Let's see. Oh, I'm sorry. I left off with Vision saying Cobra's X's demon box. There we go. I'm trying to catch up here. Good rule. Mama Bear says, hey, Joey. She goes, hi, Tina. Look for a step tracker. Oh, yeah, I wrote it down, Joey. I'm going to download it as soon as I get done with this live. Fear should do an Iron Man competition. I've seen him, BPM. I think that's way out of my league. Progress comes quick and is very rewarding. Oh, yeah. I mean, I can't wait to burn more calories, Kate, and get the belly off, because then... But you can't win with trolls. Watch it. I guarantee you. I'm going to bet money on this. They'll make fun of me now, because I'm not super fat, but I got a belly. The minute I lose weight, oh, Fears, you're anorexic. You know? Are you not eating, Fears? You can't win with these fuckers, you know? Watch it. I guarantee you, Liz, Kate, you need to eat more, Fears. You're anorexic. Ugh. I know they'll say it, because you can't please a damn troll, you know? And then they'll lie about it. Oh, I didn't say that. Yeah, you did. Fuck you. So, yeah. But I'd rather be skinny than, than have a belly. So, yeah. So. But I know they'll come up with something. Zach says, I'm back. Had to take my roommate's order. Oh, don't worry about it, Zach. No worries. Let's see. Everyone's heading over there. If I can, Kate. Yeah. Yeah, everyone's about to head over to Lantern. So I'm going to finish reading the chat, and then I'm going to end mine. It's been a great show, besides all the Larry bullshit. But I had to report it because he's lying. So, yeah. So, Chicken Wizard says, yeah, dude. Yeah, I hope Lantern has a fantastic show. Vision says, hell yeah. I'd like to be spit on. Damn, Kate. Jesus. Oh, my Lord. Wow. Wow. Well, that's fine, Kate, because Larry's full of shit. I know when that motherfucker's lying. I know what the fuck I said. I listened to his damn voicemails, and that's exactly what he said. But again, he always thinks he's right, Kate. So, of course, he's going to be like, no, I'm a sweet angel. Fears lied. I'm like, no, motherfucker. I know what the fuck I said. I didn't tell him to die. I said, fuck you. He was almost done at the end of his phone call, leaving a voice message. And I clicked on it, accepted the call, and I said, fuck you. I was going to say a lot more. And then he said, fuck you. And then I hung up on him. So, yeah. I know what the hell I said. Well, of course he is. Because he doesn't want to be exposed, Kate. And he doesn't like that I expose him. He said all that shit in those voicemails. Saying that I'm the reason why he blocked Lantern. And I'm not going to come on the show, Fears, because of you. And I'm like, motherfucker, I didn't tell you to do that. He's his own goddamn person, Kate. He decided to do that himself. He's a full-grown man. Like, if he wanted to be on there, I would have waited my turn. Like, he goes on there, I don't go on there. He has a good time. The minute he leaves, I would come on like a normal human being and say, hey, what's up? Hang out with the guys, and then leave whenever I'm done. So, he's full of shit. He's definitely full of shit. But again, Kate, he always wants me to be the bad guy, and I'm not, you know. Well, to end this on a positive note, I talked to Dave today, and me, Dave, and Zach, and James, we're all going to go miniature golfing on the 23rd. So, the way it's going to work is, Dave will probably help us film. Me and Zach are going to go at it. The winner of that will play Dave and James. So, I'm looking forward to another championship of Master Fears as the ultimate miniature golfer. So, yeah. So, Bukaki, Visions, when I come to visit you, yeah, Visions, you're going down, motherfucker. You can take that miniature golf degree that you told me about that and shove it up your ass, buddy, because Fears will be the ultimate victor, my friend. Ha ha! Little putt, a little hole in one, a little hole in one, a little hole in one, and guess what? Some more holes in ones. Yeah, buddy. Oh, yeah. Now we're talking. Now we're talking. You know, Zach, words are cheap. Actions are better. So you better just hand over that $20, buddy. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. All right, that's the end of the coffee. So, you know what that means. I'm taking off. What a great show. That's a good way to end it, BPM. All right, y'all. Well, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to The Incredible Impression on YouTube. He's my buddy. He's my pal. Give him a like. Give him a sub. Throw him some love. Throw him some support. We got to get Zach either at 1,000 or over 1,000. Like, comment, and subscribe to my buddy, Dave, Strong Bear 19. That's right, y'all. That's right, y'all. Subscribe to Joey with the Numbers. Subscribe to Better BPM. Subscribe to Fangirl Kate. Subscribe to Sega. Lord Sega at the Sega Camp Gamer and WereCamp 22 on Twitch. Follow Visions, Lord Visions, King of the Goths, at www.exhumvisions.com. Visions, get off your fucking ass and make some holiday shirts, man. I wish you missed a golden opportunity. You could have made some awesome Halloween shirts, buddy. I'm not mad, but we need some new shirts. I want some new. Do a Castlevania 2 shirt. Do a do some Christmas shirts coming up. Please, buddy. You know, I'm not asking for much. Or if the creative juices aren't flowing, buddy, then I'll just go to that section where you can make your own shirt, and I'll just come up with some Fears ideas. I thought about another Tarman shirt, having Tarman right in the middle, and then having Tarman with a little air bubble saying "more brains," something like that. You know, I'll come up with something because I need some new Exhum Visions shirts. So there we are. Check it out. Let's see. I just want to read two more. Blue Kagi says, Fears, I spend 12 hours a day training on the Mentor golf course. Ha 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 ha! A likely story, Blue Kagi. And then Vision says, little people have an advantage for putt-putt. It's really not fair. Well, you know what? I'm not that short. I may be 5'6", but I'm not like 4'2" or some shit. So you're both going down. Money, money, money. Money, money, money. In Fierce's pocket. Bam. Bada bing, bada boom. That's right. That's right. But it'll be, I always like a good, fair, good competition between friends, you know. And if I do lose, I'm all about good sportsmanship. If I lose, I will shake the person's hand and say, well, I made a good attempt, but today you are the champ, you know. I'm not a crybaby bitch like some people, not mentioning any names, wah, wah, wah. I'm a crybaby bitch. I'm a crybaby bitch. I will actually be like, you know what? I lost. Hey, congratulations. There you are. There you are. All right. Well, what a great show. Fangirl Kate said, great show. It was a great show. It was a fantastic show. Hell yeah. And I love you guys. I love the loving and loyal fans. You guys are great. You guys are one of a kind. Lastly, follow Fears. FearsMan26 is the main channel. Be sure to walk on over FearsMan26 on the old TikTok-age. And Fears Vlogs, the channel that you're watching right now. Fears loved you guys. Thanks for the love, the support, the likes, the comments, the views. You guys are fucking awesome. I love you guys. All right, this is Fears, signing off. Peace and deuces, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace!